I almost said the work tonight, but I traded my Tuesday for a Friday shift. Yeah.
I guess that's good.
Yeah, but now I gotta work Friday night.
What can you do? We're missing trailer.
On my way.
Where am I? Docs.
Oh, I believe we may all be here.
Yeah,
I don't want the roll point.
it's not.
Have reason to suspect this.
Crap, it's not Google Docs, it's Drive. I always go to the wrong place. Always. It's pretty bad. Alright, has everyone checked out those fraction turn posts that I put up?
I'm assuming we may have
Yeah.
all seen that.
Yes, these are things that you see like in your off time.
Do these happen quite frequently? Like, does the same message broadcast itself over and over in different places?
These are basically like what you catch in the news maybe last night, or if we finished a mission, then it'll be like that night, kind of thing.
Okay, so I could like receive this video on my phone.
So yeah, this things that it's news. So it's
Food, you're like,
yeah. Whenever the most recent downtime is when this information was broadcasted out to everyone. So I hope everyone is enjoying the different-ish ways that I'm trying to present to these news to everyone. And like I said before, there is fluff on top of just whatever I do with my fraction turns to make the world seem slightly more realistic than my feeble brain can comprehend and create.
I read it once for what it is, and then I go back and make little
Little notes.
little notes. Essentially, what it boils down to. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone, if there's, like I always say, if there's any questions, concerns, headaches, or doubts, feel free to ask me at any time. Leave a message in the Skype call, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
What do you guys know about macros? Does anyone else have an interest in using them? Before we
I
start.
like what you've done with macros, but I don't think it's for me. I like to see the individual numbers at the very least, which I understand probably could be worked into a macro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's useful, it's cool, but considering how much most of the things that we do is done in Skype, and then we just use roll Roll20 just to roll dice. I personally don't think it's that useful. I'll probably spend some time learning it later, but at the moment, I don't think it's that useful for what we need.
I was wondering if anyone else had an interest. So.
Alright. Anyways, what was happening last time? Does anyone have a recap?
We may be resuming at the spacer bar or the
Space
customs
port, huh?
checkout.
Customs checkout? I remember stealing a car.
I stole the Toyota Tacoma of the planet.
Staying the night and getting a new mission. A few new missions, actually, I remember. Yeah?
There's 3.
Oh,
We also did
have
some
picked up
investigating.
quite a few.
A few new tasks. We shouldn't call them missions. This is not an MMORPG. Tasks and jobs that you guys have gotten. Which was, I believe, finding whether rumors of a hidden cache of weapons is stored on to attack the celebration. being security for the celebration. And the third one was, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Criminal
Drop
transport
scientists off?
activity.
Sorry? Oh, yeah. The no questions asked transport in, I believe, 2 days.
Is it to transport a cache of weapons?
We don't know. You don't know. I do.
They didn't give you a location. There was just no questions asked, and they'll
No
probably. I'm
questions asked.
assuming they contact you later. That's
Yeah.
what it seems to have been like.
Yes. It's like, yeah, no questions asked. Where's my pay? No questions asked.
And then we also have the mission for Terra Prime, which can potentially grant us salvaging rights. And
Correct.
don't worry, guys, because we have an 83.33% chance of success.
83.3. Where'd you get that number from?
I guess that's one jump. So
Okay. Yeah. Oh, a little thing that I do have to say that I completely forgot about, and something I thought up at the beginning of this whole thing. Remember how you cannot jump to like blank space in the Stars Without Numbers rulebook.
oh, okay.
Correct.
I was actually unaware of that.
You cannot jump to blank spaces in Stars Without Numbers, but this is just for you guys to know as players and not as characters. Oh, actually a bit of both, but like there are scraps and or stations that are not orbiting a sun, which is a terrible idea to begin with, so they're probably abandoned. But there are scraps in these blank spaces, so I am allowing people to jump to blank spaces. Of course, if you screw up and you jump into a blank space and you have no way to, you might not have anything to scoop because you need either a nebula to scoop from or a sun to collect solar energy.
Wait, if you mess up a navigation check, I'm sure it puts you into a system.
It does. There's actually a chance it just puts you in the random space,
Oh, okay.
if I remember correctly. So,
Normally, the only way you'd be able to make the jump is having a higher drive.
normally to jump 2 spaces, like from say 300 to 501, it would take you a Spike 2 drive just to get from there. So actually, still the correct, like we're still playing by that rule, is that like you can't normally jump from 300 to 501 without Spike 2. You can jump from 300 to 401 if you really, really wanted to, because like you think there's something there, or you're just playing Minesweeper and you have a lot of guts, and hoping there's something to salvage, and there's a nebula there for you to scoop fuel if you run out of fuel in that space. But yes, technically you can make a destination to any hex. But to jump from system to system, normally in the original Stars Without Numbers rule, you need the number of hexes you can jump is the spike drive, is dictated by your spike drive. Does anyone not understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I get it.
All right, good. Because blank silence doesn't tell me if you guys understand.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Cool.
I'm good, but I kind of forgot to listen, sorry.
Great. All right. If there's any questions, you can ask the rest then.
Yep. I'm pretty familiar with the rules now. I've been reading the manual a lot.
All right. The rules are pretty simple. I really like the system thus far. And I should have by the end of the year another group that might join into the system. So you'll have lots of faction turns that come up and things will progress. The world will progress a lot faster. It will be interesting
Fascinating.
to run 2 groups of people in the same sector. I wonder how that would turn out. Anyways, so today is February the 16th, which is the day after you have accepted all your missions. Yeah, you guys, I believe you guys spent the morning trying to find clues to find clues about the weapon cache today.
Actually,
Did you guys do that? I don't
I
remember.
want to try to buy a motorcycle. That's my goal.
You would like to buy a motorcycle. I bought the new book that came out today that actually has the price of motorcycles. I am not kidding.
I thought the Coral book had it too.
The core book does.
the
yeah,
core
it's
book
like
does.
2,000.
This one, the new book, also allows you to customize said motorcycle or any other vehicle.
Yeah, I'm personally looking for like a motorcycle artist to get a motorcycle from.
Motorcycle artist? What do you
Not
mean
like
by
an
that?
upscale one, but just somebody who has, maybe some inspiration, just some basic parts just to make a motorcycle.
Are you looking for a ground motorcycle or a hover cycle?
A ground motorcycle.
Alright, cool. They are actually only
1,000.
1,000 for a motorcycle that would resemble, or that uses the same technology as like TL3 motorcycle, which is something that we own in the present day. That kind of motorcycle. That's 1K. That's 1K. If you want something that is faster and TL and the technology level of 4, that'll be 5K. Hover cycle is also 5K.
Well, this is what I was thinking about. I want to invest a skill point into vehicle ground, so I was wondering if I could just perhaps add 500 to the price of an ordinary motorcycle and say that I found a really cool one.
You want like a 1,500 motorcycle?
Yeah. I mean, the
And-
premise here being that I'm just generally confident in my ability.
Yeah. Okay, but like what kind of cool in terms of like paint job and just looking cool?
Do you want a chopper?
Yeah.
Or you want?
I mean,
okay,
I don't want to
just-
try to get into the specifics too much.
Yeah,
I
you
just want
don't-
to say that it looks really cool. That's basically it.
Yeah, I can give it to you for like a good. How about you roll? You roll business for me plus charisma as you go and look for a dealer and find yourself a nice chopper or whatever. I believe you typed it into Skype and not into.
No, that was me.
That's the other guy.
Skype.
Alright, cool.
So, alright. Yes,
Alright.
I will be rolling at a flat 0.
Alright, that's fine. Alright, cool. So, yeah. Dealers are easy to find, but you're not the most, you're not the best at, like, you weren't, sorry. The guy talked a lot more than you did, so you didn't have enough time to convince him to, like, lower the price for you. So you went in there basically with 1,500 credits, and you're spending that 1,500 credits. And you get yourself a really nice looking chopper, or whatnot. So, do spend that money.
Wait, that's the whole thing, is that I happen to get my deal?
Yeah, because like I'm offering you a chance to like talk him down, right? To get a better
okay,
deal.
Right. No,
And-
okay. I want to be very cordial, like, I wouldn't want to try to talk you down.
I don't know. I'm Asian, so like the first thing I think of when I'm buying anything is the bargain. So
So, okay, just to be sure, I also get the skill point from this.
yeah, sure. I'll give you that skill point. Motorcycle isn't that hard to ride compared to say flying a spaceship. So you have what, 0 in that ground?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Perfect.
Oh, one more thing. If we're gonna summarize everything that I want to do, very
Alright.
quickly, I want to know
Alright.
how to get cred sticks, and I want to get some.
Like a way to leave untraceable cash? Kind of.
Well,
Or-
not necessarily. Well, I mean,
Cred
maybe
stick-
I'd look
well,
into
they're
that,
not.
but
They're not untraceable, but like you can.
You
Okay.
just want a USB drive?
You like a US
Yeah.
it's
Like,
yeah.
essentially.
The like credits are stored like stored kind of like on a RFID, or what's the closest thing I can think of? Like kind of like everyone has a credit card that they roll,
Yeah.
or more like a bank card.
yeah,
So
I
you
just
can,
want some of those. I don't necessarily care if they're traceable.
So you
or
want a
not.
gift card?
if you want, yeah, you can literally just go to a bank and go, I want a card that only has X amount on it. And then it's like they kind of half create, like then they create this card, they roll it, and they give you this like credit chip.
So you actually
It's
have
credit
to buy
sticks.
them.
They're not, you're not bought.
They give you your credit in that form.
Yeah, they give you your credit, and it's like they give you a separate credit chip. So like
Because
it might be
the thing
used.
I was considering was I was gonna have like
Yeah.
a chip, and then I would have my phone, and then I would put a certain amount on the onto the chip from the phone.
No. So this transaction needs to have. Yeah, it's basically like a gift. It works basically like a gift card. You need a bank of some sort in order for you to. In order for it to do the transaction, because you can't just it doesn't allow you to just transfer funds from your phone to this card.
You can do it to an account. You can do account to account, but not
to.
Okay, I would like to do that, and I would like to buy 3 cred sticks for 50 each.
Yeah, that's fine. And you can just write them down. It just turns your credit, which is in your account, into something that's now stealable, because it's just actually withdrawing that amount from your, it's like a gift card, so it withdraws that amount and then stores it onto the chip. Like it can help you, like some people would use it because they have terrible spending habits, and this way they have a physical thing that limits them how much they can spend compared to like their account. Mind you, they can technically just go to the bank and tell them, I don't want to spend more than X this month, per month, and lock me out, please.
If I also want to do some shopping, should I get that out of the way right now?
If you wish to do some shopping, so technically you have had a good, 10 days of like a bit of online shopping while you get to and like plus a little bit of extra time. So you have like 10, 11-ish days that you could have spent shopping for anything. Plus I think a few more days. So what is it that you wish to purchase? We can get this all out of the way right now.
If it's possible, I'd like to acquire a mono blade.
Yeah. Monoblades are not sold on this planet.
I'm actually willing to cut you a deal.
But
I have monoblades, sir.
I thought that's a family heirloom, or was that Oleg's?
No, that wasn't mine.
Oh, it's Oleg's. Or you can't buy them on this planet, as this is more of a peaceful planet than others. But you could have gotten it on Antonius.
Never been used.
That's fine.
45 credits.
It's a very tempting offer. I'll take it.
Funded.
Anything I could buy. Yeah.
I plan on getting a mind blade shortly. Because it sounds awesome.
I'd like to buy an Atmo filter as well as cosmetic exhaust filter as a sun.
Yeah.
So you want to use an Atmo filter to filter your exhaust pipe?
No, I want to use an Atmo filter for to wear.
Oh,
or to have.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. You do have to pay for the Atmo filter.
Yes.
Yes.
So, do you know what that is off the top of your head?
Atmo filter off the top of the price of an Atmo filter off the top of my head?
100 credits.
Is it?
Yep.
Alright.
Control F. Gotcha.
Seems good.
100. All right, I've spent it.
Alright, sure. Put it in your inventory. Yeah, 100 creds. Sweet. Yeah, so...
Oh, I need a toolkit for bomb making, don't I? No.
There is a...
What would that be?
There is a, isn't there like an anything toolkit?
Yeah.
Well, there's like a toolkit, and this says astronautic, prostech, pretech.
It would be like
Like
a
HF
post-tech.
slashes.
It'd be
That'd
post-tech.
Post-tech, so 300 credits.
Yeah.
Okay, I spaces on that up. Yeah.
Do you carry this bomb making toolkit with you everywhere you go?
Let's see how much it weighs first. Fuck no. No, I don't carry that everywhere. If I'm understanding encumbrance right, I wouldn't be able to.
Encumbrance, yeah, post-tech 3, yeah, it's quite heavy, this toolbox.
Like even if it goes in a backpack, it's still like 3 encumbrance.
Yeah. You
And
can,
it's 0 already. Oh.
yeah, you can keep it, like, you guys still do have your spaceship, which
That'd
is,
be quarters, is what it'd be.
yeah, you guys have personal quarters up to, I believe, 6 people. What you do with the fourth and fifth rooms can be up to you. There's also, here's a question. Does your ship have like a canteen? Have like storage? Oh, you guys don't need a storage room since you have the like storage bay for all your cargo and what, like a cargo bay. But like, do you guys have like a canteen? What's bathrooms like in your ship? Are they like? Is it communal? Is it like personal? Is it that fancy?
Communal.
Yeah. Does it have a canteen?
I don't know. What do you mean canteen? Like a cantina? Like a little...
like an area for like
a cafeteria.
Yeah, cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
Saying it.
A cafeteria. I imagine we have like a mess hall, essentially,
A
not
mess
so
hall.
much a...
Yeah, like a small ass kitchen and then like a little
Like kitchenette.
Yeah, a kitchenette and a park bench that you stole or something.
Yes, that we stole.
Because you have because Kerr loves to steal. You
I've
probably
been
left
reading your Reddit post, Smelly Tofu, so don't been doing that metagaming. Be careful.
Oh, that's fine. It's not metagaming. I feel, yeah. I made a note last time. It's like, I think there needs to be, it's not I want to punish, it's not that I want to punish you for stealing. It's just I want to know, want people to know that, there is law enforcement in this universe, as opposed to none. Yeah, so what else? Anything else important that I really need to bring up? No. Yeah, so is buying all out of the way for everyone?
I might add something. I'm just going over some of the other books right now.
Cool. Yeah. All the books are at your disposal. I believe 99% of the things are too expensive for you guys to buy, that are listed there. But anything extra, anything that is affordable is available for you to buy, as long as you're on the correct tech planet and correct tech planet, and it's available on the planet. So, ask and you shall receive, generally. So yeah, what would you guys like to do on February 16th?
If I'm not mistaken, I had just brought it to Theo's attention that there was some suspicious going-ons in the Starport's customs sector.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to head over there anyway.
Alright, cool. Perfect. So, you guys are at the Starport.
Before I head there, could I stop by the gun owner store?
Yes. You guys were there last time, weren't you?
Yeah, we interrogated.
Yep, the hunting rifle.
unsuccessfully.
Like
Yeah, the more like the hunting store, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would just like to get that character's information.
Alright. Give me a moment. So, he calls himself, Bertulis, Bertulis, Bertulis. He is rather old, but he is quite tall for, like an average human. So he's like 6'7", maybe. And he's old, male, and very tall. He talks rather slow, but he always, every time you point to a weapon and ask about it, he seems to know a little bit extra, some like background to that weapon from like way back. Like it might be, it's like history seems to be his interest over the weapons themselves that he sells. The gun shop is rather antique looking, though quite clean. I think it's probably his preference more than anything else. And yeah.
Does the gun shop have a name, or is it just called a gun shop? Is that what it's just generally known by?
Give me one moment. I wish I had pulled up my name generator earlier. I'm really bad with
It's called Willie's Weapons.
Willie's Weapons, owned by Bertulis.
I thought it was be Riffles, fantastic rifles.
Sorry?
I typed in Skype, Riffles, fantastic rifles.
Riffles, fantastic.
You should just go with the R's, make it alliteration like Radical Rifles.
This. Pump and reload. We'll call it like that. We'll name it Pump and Reload. Pump and reload with the N instead of the and. Gun shop. Alright, cool. Anything else?
Nope. Then I'm off to the spaceport.
Alright, cool. What about... So who's at the spaceport? Theo... No.
Believe I'm loitering.
We have Trela and Theo heading there?
I would
Yeah,
offer
last time I
my
was there
expertise.
with you.
Oh yeah, Casper also said he was heading there because it might be tech related, I believe, last time I said. But Kerr, what's Kerr doing?
I think as of the last session I was there as well.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So after Trela, is it Trela that discovered the awkward, the findings, the little findings at the airport? Everyone slowly but surely gathers back at the airport. So yeah, you guys are at the airport. It's slightly past noon. You may have grabbed like lunch or like McD's or whatever on the way over. But yeah. So what now?
Well, I start heading through back to my ship.
Okay, so you're going through the customs and whatnot.
Yes.
Just like checking. Okay, cool. What do you do on your ship? You get there, like the customs are fine, whatever.
I would
Anyone
like
else?
to change into my hermit's uniform, and so this is like a loose garb that can hang over my shoulders and my waist, and it also sort of includes this big cone hat,
Okay.
and then I get my
Cone
sniper
hat?
rifle.
Cone hat, like
So you blend in with the terrain very well with your...
yeah. You
Oh.
blend in with the terrain.
No, just more to keep the shade out. It's a big giant yellow cone hat, or
He
ochre.
just doesn't want to get
like a sun
sunburned is
hat
what it
kind
is.
of, where it's...
Like a sun hat,
Yeah, like
or
an
you're talking
Asian
about like those
anti-sun
like,
hat.
Okay, you want
those
a giant like straw hat that's...
straw hat, like the bamboo hat. Or
I don't-
not sorry.
maybe
not
it's
the
made
bamboo
of
hat.
straw.
Cone hat. You think making like a cone head, like
Yeah, cone hat is not what you think it is.
like a party hat.
Cone hat's like, yeah, that's what a cone hat looks like. Yeah, those like rice paper hats that you're talking about, like the Asian rice paper hats that they have in like all the Asian movies. Yeah, okay, sure. So you look a little ragged, I'm guessing.
Actually, no,
At
it's
least your
very well
clothes.
kept.
Oh, it's well kept. All right, cool,
Very
interesting.
nice cloth.
All right. All right. So you change into your hermit uniform.
Grab my sniper rifle.
You have your sniper rifle. All right. Anything else? What about
Then I
everyone?
head back through the
Alright.
customs.
Is your sniper rifle like shouldered in a case? What?
It's all in a case.
All right, sweet. All right, cool. Yeah, customs is completely fine. Nothing exceptional, and you get through. What about everyone else while Theo is getting changed and grabbing his equipment?
I'm kind of awaiting his return. I'm also wondering if I'll be able to recognize him now.
Probably. Well,
Should he
would you?
approach me, I'll be fine.
Yeah. Would you not recognize him? Have you guys hang out not that often that you don't never see him in this uniform? Hermit uniform?
It's the first I've heard about this uniform.
Yeah, but like remember, you guys have been a crew for like maybe a job or two.
Well,
No?
is it something you frequently adorn yourself with?
Yeah, Theo.
You may have seen it before if you've been with me for a while. Whenever I try to find a time of quiet, sometimes I end up equipping this.
Okay,
All right.
fair enough.
So it's not like that hard to recognize him. Yeah. What about Kerr and Casper? What do you guys do?
I'm just wandering aimlessly around the starport looking for someone to rip off.
That's
I don't have my monoblade anymore, so I just I would go back and grab my bow. If it's I'm trying to picture. It's a pretty big bow. Probably the case. I don't know. It's weird.
bow. Yeah, probably in a case. Was it advanced bow?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like folds into a case. Yeah, take your monoblade off your weapons,
Oh.
by the way.
Yeah. The damage will be off. I already took it out of my inventory.
Yeah.
I figure
Yeah,
it's
I'm
worth
just,
mentioning. Who's
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, alright. So my explorer outfit, I consider to sort of have, there's a harness that allows me to equip a lot of items. I'd wear that under my hermit garb.
Okay. So like you
I
have.
still have my phone on me, I can still...
Yeah.
My gun is holstered.
Oh, your guns are not holstered in this in this city.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
If I had seen, do they scan your body as you go through?
Yes, they do.
All right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Then. they're
So
both-
weapons on this planet are allowed, but are always, if carried in public, must not be, should not be concealed on body. Otherwise, you'll be arrested. Technically should not be used in public, and must be in cases, etc. Yeah, there's that. So you guys have re-outfitted yourself and whatnot. Is there anything else you guys like to do at the airport?
Well, Theo, do you return to where Triela's waiting? I'm just sitting on a bench.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Upon seeing you, I'm going to ask you just how do you think we should approach the customs situation with regards to potentially corrupt customs officers, etc.?
Well, I first say that we should avoid setting off any alarms at all costs, and then two, well, I guess I don't know. Maybe there's some way we could read their computers.
Yes, we may have the technical expertise.
As
Perhaps.
Kerr overhears this, his eyes just light up.
If not, perhaps one of us is convincing enough to to appear as if we want to bring something through customs that shouldn't be undetected.
What exactly do you mean?
As in, appear as if we're, offering large sums of money to corrupt officials who can bring things on world for us.
On world for you? You do. So last time, you couldn't actually identify who or what is dealing in these kind of like black market. Well, no, it's not really black market, but like these background movement of cargo. So for sure that they're doing something with the cargo to like move, that they have the ability and are probably currently doing it, moving like illegal things through customs, but you don't know who exactly does so. So, what do you want to do with this? Like, you want to... I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Well, if our computer technician fails us, I would suggest approaching one of the officials and trying to squeeze information out of them. I don't know. It seems like a boisterous / reckless approach, so I'm hesitant. But I'm struggling to think of any other ways, and it seems the starport is where the security leak has been discovered or hinted to.
Yep. So, Casper, what do you do with this information? And
I just tell the group that I can, delve into the minds, of the people you're questioning. Like, let you know what they're potentially what they're thinking. So,
gotta find a good target.
Yep. That's what I can do.
I do make it a point to remark to my party, however, that our criminal job is probably a solid lead.
The thought had crossed my mind.
I am slightly uncomfortable with us taking criminal jobs while helping our government. But it's whatever. No problem.
A job's a job.
Yeah. Collecting the credits.
Anything for credits. Yeah, so...
I was considering that we might be able to slip, sort of like a USB port into an open port on their computers to access the same kind of database that they're accessing.
Yeah, like they have.
If anybody had something like that, it'd be Kerr.
Oh gosh.
Well, Kerr, my data flash can obviously activate or get into nearby computers if you'd like to try to access that. It's my data lab.
I go up to Casper and I say, "Hey, can I borrow your data slab?"
I've recently become very unskilled with computers. Yes.
Sorry, one moment.
Okay. Why is AFK? That's planned. Craig, out of character, so I know what's going on.
Do you think that will be a possibility to use the data slab, or will you have to access like a terminal directly?
But data
I don't know.
slab
I have a computer skill, and I also have a stealthy skill, so it doesn't really matter either way. I can do it. I don't know.
You
It can
probably
communicate wirelessly with nearby devices, so...
data slab, like the airport has their own network, so you can try and break through it wirelessly with a wireless device. You can try, but definitely the best way is to use any of their terminals because it's theirs and it's definitely connected to everything that they have.
Okay.
Maybe if we could just
Can I go
hold the
around?
uniform.
Can I go around looking for like a unmanned terminal? Very
Yeah.
perceptively looking for
No,
one.
like it's it's like any airport, right? So like where you check in, and whatnot. There's like a crap ton of desks for people to help check in.
So like borrowed, like their own little computers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's those, but like not everyone. Of course, not everyone is occupied, especially if you like come in. So you can come in at like a more desolate, like a more not desolate, but like a more
Isolated?
quiet time. When less people are in the airport, then there's more terminals that are unoccupied, like maybe even a small, because this is not just a spaceport, right? This is just it doubles up as an airport. So like it might have small airport companies, small airline companies that for the planet to travel between, that they don't have that close down earlier than everyone else because there's less flights, and so you can like borrow their quote unquote borrow the terminal to use if no one's around. So you can do that. You might be able to sneak into like a staff room or something and pretend to be staff. There's that option too. Or like pretend to be security, walk into the security room and start using their terminal. You can do that too, technically. Your imagination's the limit.
I think I'd like to try something using my persuade. What I'm thinking about doing here is appearing very suspicious and wondering if anybody's taking notice, essentially. Who cares that I'm very suspicious?
I'm just going to distance myself whilst he executes this plan.
I'm going to stand against the wall and stare.
It's just the general
and
way that
see
I
if
look.
I notice anyone noticing him.
Like,
Alright, you can roll charisma plus persuade, I think, if you... Yeah, charisma and persuade. Alright. Too many sheets. So like to clarify, you guys, I can read service. Alright. Yeah, so it would be... Yeah, so roll charisma plus persuade if you want to do that. Alright, cool.
there we go.
So, what kind of suspicious do you want to act?
My movements suddenly like appear to become very unpredictable, and I'll be very still for a long time, but I'll move very at a very unpredictable moment.
Okay, so
And I do this over time. This is sort of like me just like looking, actively observing the location.
Are you trying to like? Because it just that sounds like you're just weird compared to like suspicious, right? So like, to me, anyways. Because like you can act like nervous. You can act.
It's more defensive
like-
than anything.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean then. All right.
You're trying. Okay.
So So what is everyone else doing while this guy's looking kind of weird, moving and acting kind of weird?
I'm kind of
magazine.
indirectly watching him, with perhaps using my compad as a cover-up,
All right.
or to
I'm
look
legitimately-
non-suspicious.
Legitimately reading a magazine.
Just don't
I'm just-
care.
I'm just kind of glancing around to see if anyone is noticing what this weirdo in this weird hermit outfit is doing.
From this point, would it be possible to make like a perception check to see? Because I'm like trying to actively observe everything. Like that's sort of part of this
Okay.
act that I'm putting
Okay.
on.
What are you trying to? Sure. What are you trying to look for anyway?
So the primary thing I'm looking for are people who are anxious,
Alright.
or like nervous, particularly within my direction.
Do we assist him in any way by also observing?
Yeah, could we all roll perception checks?
Kind of not really, because he's just suddenly acting weird and he hasn't
Oh,
told
he didn't
you
tell
any.
us. That's true.
Yeah, and he didn't tell you anything really, and you guys just started like distancing away when he starts moving oddly and awkwardly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
So, all right, you're looking for anyone who seems nervous to you, or just nervous in general.
He's looking for that one
Specifically
sketchy
towards me.
guy. Like if you picture like a criminal like thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Supposed to be doing.
So he's looking for the. So he's trying to be sketchy, and he's looking for the other sketchy guy.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
there's
a good
people that are
summarization.
There's people that are doing their job and they're just like mindless drones, and there's that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. All right, cool. Make your perception, please. Plus wisdom. All right. Perfect. Okay. So, your sudden awkward behavior hasn't really attracted the attention that you may want, I think. A guard eventually, like a security guard eventually walks up to you and asks, sir, are you all right? Is something wrong?
Yeah, the story that I tell him is that I just bought a motorcycle and I'm trying to prepare myself to ride it.
It's
That is, your excuses are like ridiculous.
your excuses are really terrible. It's like, then should you not be at the parking lot, sir?
I'll leave very soon.
Right. Okay, sir. He leaves you alone, but he gives you kind of like an awkward eye as he steps off.
All right. So, did I happen to notice anybody who was considering me very suspiciously?
Lots of people kind of stare at you every time you suddenly after you're long. You said you're staying still, and then you suddenly move every so often, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So every time you kind of over time you see people kind of stare at you, because you're acting really weird. But you don't see anyone in the general vicinity looking awkward or suspicious.
All right. So personally, I'm satisfied at that, and so I go to retrieve my motorcycle and drive somewhere elsewhere.
All right. So yeah, everyone else. So Theo acts weird, nods to himself, satisfied, and just
There's
walks.
one more thing I might do.
All right.
If you'd consider it. I just kind of want to maybe recognize somebody who I know. Is that possible?
One of us, or like someone you've seen before on the planet?
Like, if I just came up with a character, could the circumstance be just a mere coincidence that we saw each other?
So creating contacts and how I make contacts in this and is usually by culture spacer, culture or the culture world or culture world. So you can make a culture world role anywhere you want, but the contact will be from that world, and then the bonus. The difficulty of this role will depend on where you are. So say you're on
it's culture spacer and a spaceport. Well, that's pretty
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay.
I'm prepared to make that as a role.
Sure, go ahead. So it will be plus wisdom. Sorry.
All right. So 0.
Mighty 0. All right, that's a mighty 6.
All right. So basically, I only have basic information about this character. Should I share that?
Sure. You can go ahead and you don't. Let's put it. You don't meet him, you don't see him, but you can give us.
Could I re-roll that skill check?
Yes, you're an expert, right? Yes, you can.
Yes.
All right.
Darn.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, there you go. You can still give us the information if you want, or you can save it for the next time you succeed.
Alright, so his name is Horse Wheat, and he is a rather tall fellow with a long nose. That's about it.
All right.
Okay.
His name is Force-Sweet. He has a long nose. Oh gosh, no.
I look over if Trailer is anywhere near. I go to her. Well, I'm like, under my breath, kind of, or so she can barely hear me. Is if we think there's something suspicious going on here, perhaps maybe an administrator would know, or I mean, if they're sneaking things into the planet, that might be the route to pursue.
Are you sure you want to take such a direct approach?
What's the other option? We could try to bribe somebody and then see what kind of channels that follows.
Yeah, I was thinking after doing a little bit of investigating around like the staff's quarters of perhaps pursuing that kind of thing, but you do seem to be a much more legitimate and stand-up gentleman, so if you want to pursue such lines, I would not hold it against you, but I think I'll do some snooping of my own.
Just a little note. Like, what you've observed isn't just like the check-in area. Like you've walked around, and like all the sneaking things would probably be well, since it's cargo that's being snuck in and out, it's probably in the delivery and like cargo area. So right there is probably your best bet.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Knowing that there's stuff sneaking in out of the cargo area, would there be a way for me to use a computer check to bring up like a list of employees and then see who's like the assistant manager or manager of the cargo area, basically?
Yeah, you have to find you have to find a terminal.
I have to do that from a terminal.
Yeah, you have to do that through a terminal. Yeah, you probably have to do that through a terminal.
Okay.
Just really quickly, anyone could walk into the cargo space. That's not unusual, is it?
No. So you guys have a frigate that actually has like cargo space, and so like you guys are allowed in the hangar. So like the cargo area is like the hangar. Okay. So since you guys have a quote unquote private jet, right? So then you guys have access to that area, that hangar area for those who have like where the frigate parkings, like you have access to where your ship is parked and then the few other parked ships around your ship, right? You have access to that, and then like so you won't have direct access to say like hangar 50 something that your ship is not parked at, nor do you have access to where all the commercial like local airplane flights are, right? Because you're not related to that. Or actually, no, that doesn't make sense. You probably have access to anything that's public, so like you can access where people board and where people board flight and come off flight to come into the planet or city. But you won't have access to like random hangar 56 or whatever.
Okay, I give Casper a slightly quizzical look, like, are we okay? Do we know what we're doing here? Sort of, are we good to go?
Do you want to go over what we are going to actually do then? Like, I have no problem talking to somebody, but is that what we want to do now? Because, I mean, otherwise we need to figure out something, right?
I believe we have our hacker doing his thing. If you want to speak to an official, that's fine. I intend to look for, like, the staff locker room area type thing.
Sorry?
I was going to say, I could follow Trayla to the staff room and see if there's a computer there.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
So we can do. Let's go Casper first. Casper, what would you like to do?
I would walk up.
Because like, if you want to find an administrator,
I suppose.
Yeah.
And ask to speak to a manager.
She's like, is there something I can help you with before like going to the manager, or?
I have a rather specific question that I think that they would only be able to help me with, if you don't mind.
All right, sure thing. So she asks you to wait for a moment, goes on like the public speaker, and like asks some manager to come.
I shudder when this happens and just like put basically, I just facepalm whilst walking for a second.
Yeah, so like a public call.
I knew you intended to do this, but it kills me inside.
So after a few minutes, the manager arrives. He introduces himself as did I use Damien yet? I think I did.
I think that was like a contact that Trail had in a bar, maybe.
Oh yeah.
What? Sorry?
Let's say Brad. Oh, I'll call him Supervisor Brad.
Okay.
He is actually for such a like above par position. He seems rather young, but otherwise he does look like he does look confident in what he does. He greets you and says, "Hi, how may I help you? What is it? Sorry, hi. What is it that I may help you with?"
Hello, Brad. I kind of like put my arm, like gesture to just like slowly walk as we talk.
Yep.
And take us kind of away from like the main desk where the person's there. So we're
yeah.
You know, okay.
Like, so like a little bit around the corner from the side.
Right.
Yeah.
And I began asking him, like, I was wondering what your policies were on, like, different embargoes and what they, you know, the legality, you know, where can I go about finding what's allowed on the planet, and...
No, well, those, before you ask this, like, majority of those information, like, is accessed en route to the planet, or, like, when you, like, get close to the planet, it's, like, just sent to your terminal. So like this, like the illegal.
I'm deliberately.
Oh, okay.
Them.
Okay, cool. So it's like, he's like, oh, you can access all this information from, all this information on X website, or anytime you approach, if you look like a spacer, sir. So as you approach a planet, it should be sent to your compads or data slabs that you own. Otherwise, you can get these information off X website.
Okay. And then I straight up like cold stone ask him, like, if someone were to get something, like try to get something onto a planet, and I leave it ambiguous, like,
Yeah.
you know, less like certain items onto the planet.
Yeah.
What would they do? And then I would try to read his mind and see.
All right.
Emotionally charged surface thought would be.
All right. Cool. So would you like to roll?
You would roll.
Oh, I would roll.
Yep.
Correct.
A mental save.
Correct. I do roll. I never remember this. Luckily, you do.
I don't know where I'd be getting to roll.
Yeah. Where is my Xenobestiary? Human foes. Where's my roll 20? There it is. Roll. D20 plus. Alright. Oh, I just have to roll over a number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright, cool.
The
Roll.
save
Alright,
throws.
perfect. So, yeah, you do read his thoughts.
Deeply.
No, it's an emotionally charged surface thought.
Yeah, emotionally surface thought. So, what? All right.
Transgenic porn?
No. I don't think so. His thoughts are, his emotions are like more nervous and questioning and slightly angry at the same time. You can see that like his answers. You can read that his answers are rather honest. He angrily tells you is like those who are found to bring in illegal substances or banned items into the planet will be persecuted. Cargo brought into the spaceport will be subjected to random search, and that is our that is a security measure against that is our security measure against illegal substances.
I tell him, well, that's a very good answer, and I bring out like my. If I don't have my data slab, I have. I guess I have no way to take notes, but I would just try to play it off as I'm so and so from a small nondescript news source. We're doing discovering. This is my inquiry into the interesting. I don't know. You kind of get what I'm going with here. Like,
Oh yeah, I understand. Like you're
because
trying
I'm
to play yourself off as like a reporter kind of thing.
yeah, like something like that. And it's like,
All right,
that's
cool.
very
Roll
good
charisma and
Persuade.
persuade, please. Yes. Ah, excellent. So, what do you have? What do you have on you that we can play around with? What items do you have? Your data slab with someone else?
I think I just lent it to
Kerr?
her.
What else?
I'm
do you
reading all his emails he had before.
have? Yeah. Vaccine.
Bioscanner I could be playing with. That's kind of weird.
That's kind of weird. That's fine. It's not like you don't have pencil and paper. Like we.
That's why I don't want to like say I have
Yeah.
it automatically, but
It's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, like a little.
Little thing
Like a
there.
little pencil paper, it doesn't matter. He's like, okay, cool. So you like pull out your little pad and drop down a few notes. He looks at you weirdly because you don't have like, who uses pencil and paper this day? Like, it's just fucking advanced. We're in space age. Everyone has a compad.
He's a hipster.
He's a hipster, old school.
Or is he afraid about data leaks? Who knows?
Yeah, I know, right? So he's like, he makes a comment about you using pencil and paper. What do you say to that?
I just play it off as
What are your charisma?
technology can fail you at some point, and like I don't know,
All right.
nothing like good old physical, paper and pencil.
You like it with the analog.
Good old, as in like prehistoric.
It's only what we're in what 3200, so like at least 1200 years ago, people were still using this technology.
Something my father built in me, just that whole physical, get it down.
All right. So yeah. So
I asked him some like minor questions about like, oh, if you guys were, do you guys like involve yourself in the police, like if things.
yeah, like we have like of course we are like this is a international space station and airport, so we do have security here. We have like customs officers, etc., to protect our staff, to protect those who are traveling, and to like make sure that people are following the law, etc., etc., etc.
Do you personally oversee everything that comes in, or is it like?
No. I'm just my job here is for the I'm only the manager for the check-in, like for this part of the check-in area. I deal mostly with international flights within, or sorry, like planet-wide flights within on Bent. So
Okay, I would specifically ask him if I could speak with someone that's directly like involved with customs. Or overseeing customs.
if that's what you're interested, if you really want to know or talk about this, then you probably find the hangar manager the hangar manager or the what are they called? The guys who handle all the manager for the guys who handle all the cargo.
Yeah, okay. I understand what
Customs chief.
Yeah, there's also like the customs chief, security chief, blah, 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 that kind of stuff.
would you mind either introducing me to him? I appreciate your time so far, and I great. Brad, you seem to be very apt and capable. You're young. You appear very young for your age. You must be doing something right.
It's like It's because I do a lot and I have to do a lot. That's how I get all my promotions, right? So I'm sorry, like you have this little impromptu interview has taken up more time than I expected. Unfortunately, this is not something I can do for you. But I can. He gives you like directions on where to go.
Yeah, no problem.
But
I
he
just,
says like,
no problem.
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to, get a little more information while
Mhm.
asking,
So yeah, and he says like, he's like, I'm sorry, like.
No, I offer like my hand to him and say thank you for
He shakes your hand like happily. He's like, oh, put in a good word in your magazine. Hopefully, I can get more promotions.
Got it, Brad. Thank you for your time.
Alright. So yeah, on to Trela and Kerr. What are you guys doing?
I'm looking for like a staff room, essentially.
Where and what kind of staff room?
As in like a break room.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Or the room where like lockers for personal effects would be.
Yeah. For which area, right? Because it's a
For
huge.
the main lobby. Yeah, I'm not going to the cargo place.
All right. It's clearly labeled. You don't have to like look for it. You can just like. It's not like there's no signs pointing to it, but like there's a sign outside the door. It's like staff room, employees only.
What kind of security is on the door?
There is like those electronic locks with the number pad on it.
Yeah. And is there any window or anything, a window in the door I can peer inside? And would that look incredibly suspicious? How many people are around me right now?
You're in a pretty busy airport, so like people are walking back and forth. People are walking back and forth to it, but the door is like closed. There's no window for it as it opens. It opens inwards, like into the staff room. So like they're not really afraid of opening into like a random stranger outside.
Okay. Well, I say to Kerr, I'm not really making much progress here. Maybe we should head to the cargo area.
I say to Trela, I agree. To the cargo area.
I head that way and I perform a similar search looking for information on employees. Like, seems like an odd thing to say, but if there's like a screen which displays an employee of the month or something, I would be interested to know.
Like you're going to like what the hangar where your ship is parked or what?
I want to
like main terminal that connects to all the different hangars or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and if there's like a staff area there.
Not. So yes, there is, and then So okay, so you find yourself the staff room again. It's not hard to find, and outside it is it's a little like LCD screen with employee of the month.
Okay.
There, just like it's supposed to be a status, right? Employee of the month.
Yeah.
Amazing. I want to memorize his face / her.
All right, so let's go with stop messaging. Language. Okay, cool. We'll have Rudy. R-U-R-I. Rudy. Pigao. P-I-G-A-O. Pigao. Rudy Pigao. And she, like many other residents on this planet, is a transgenic.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to give you guys a little rundown of what I can kind of do. While we have a little break, telepathy, I can do the surface charge thoughts at will. If they pass the power, I can't use it on. Like if they make the save, I can't use it again on them.
Sorry about that. Where is it? She, like many others, like many other residents on this planet, is a transgenic. She seems pretty young. Otherwise, nothing extremely distinctive about her except she is a what's a really weird animal that's fun?
Like a
Ferret.
chinchilla?
Flamingo.
Flamingo. Yeah, I'll say flamingo.
Toucan. The toucan, you got those crazy colored
A
feathers.
kiwi?
Yeah, or not kiwi.
God, no one ever would ever. I would
It's just the most crippled looking
Awkward.
human.
No, it's like she's a bird transgenic of sorts. So like her hair is kind of like replaced with feathers.
It's a female version of Captain Falco. I mean Falco.
I guess. Yeah.
So
More human than Falco.
walking past the screen
Yeah.
and observing it very closely, I just like glance to Kerr and tap on the screen twice, just continuing to walk by, and I'm looking for a doorway to the staff sort of meeting room, whatever you would call it, again, and I want to know if there's any windows in there and what
No,
kind
all
of
the-
security it is.
Like just like the other staff rooms, is just a blank door with a
Okay.
number lock.
And is this area less crowded than the lobby?
Slightly less because they're like people who checked in, like because like the lobby is where people like sending people off, receiving people, etc., etc. So it's slightly less busy than that, but like there's still people around, of course.
Okay, so some way down the corridor, trying not to look overly suspicious, finding a moment to quickly address Kerr, I say, well, it looks like we're going to have to break the security if we want to get inside one of these places. How do you feel about that?
I say I'm fine with that, but we should call Theo. Maybe he can do that weird dance thing again. For a little distraction, because I mean, there's not a lot of people in this area. It'll be easier to see me, you know?
None of us are specifically trained in security, if I remember rightly.
I am.
Kerr is trained
Oh.
in security, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Yeah, security stuff, and then computers.
Great. Okay, well, I think I'm basically done. If you want to bring this up with the rest of the party as opposed to just going for it.
I calm Theo real quick. I just calm
Sorry, you calm who?
Theo.
Me.
Alright,
I think I would ask if isn't Casper there?
No, Casper is. This is like about the same time Casper is like interviewing Brad.
So this would be basically the time after you had to walk down, I think, with your motorcycle or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can still call him.
Yeah, I call Theo.
All right.
I
Are
say,
you
"How
just
did-
cruising, Theo?
I tell you, I'm planning on leaving.
I say, fuck it. And I just hang up. I start stealthily walking towards the door to
Alright.
stealthily just try a crack at it, man.
All right. Cool. So roll your stealth, please, plus dexterity.
2d6.
2d6.
So 2d6 plus 1 and then 0 for the dexterity. So it's 2d6 plus 1.
Yep.
Stealthy as fuck.
All right. Cool. It's not really stealthy. It's more like inconspicuous.
Yeah, I'm
it's-
impressed.
All right. He looks normal, and then he's walking. All right.
Go up to the key
He
He looks
press.
confidently.
He belongs.
Yeah.
Yep. And now it's time to put my little key code.
It'll be security plus I think
Intelligence.
intelligence.
So it's plus 1.
All right. So you're like
I'm just beaming with
You're
pride
like,
right
you're
now.
like- you went in and you're like, I think I saw someone else like I saw this in a movie once. You're just like one,
What's 0?
one, one,
But imagine
one.
some,
All right, got
some
it.
Of those, some of the numbers are like smudged on the keypad.
Yeah, like you
Like,
just like
it's some combination of these.
It's like someone
The
was eating
password on the
chocolate.
keypad is actually just Bant because it has like the small letters as well as the numbers.
it's like what's the security code? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It would be like 0.
Only an idiot will have a security code on like that. Like remind me to change the password on my luggage blocks.
As I see him disappear inside, I open comms with him to keep in communications, and I say, look for uniforms. That's all I'm thinking.
All right, that's fine.
So I go around looking for uniforms. I'm advancing for a computer that's unoccupied if there's one in the staff room as well.
Yeah. So the staff room is like a little once like like a small fridge at the back for like lunch and whatever, table for people to have lunch, and then there's another door to there's another 2 doors like at the back with like the male washroom sign and female washroom sign there. On the there is also there is a terminal on the there's like a terminal on the table which is currently displaying like it's idle, but like the idle screen is, you can tell it's idle, but the idle screen is scrolling like the current news.
Okay. Because I don't care about news, I go up to it
Yeah,
and just push,
okay.
enter.
All right, so the terminal, like it's like I guess it's like the what's it called, the Microsoft Surface. So like the table itself
Yeah.
is like a terminal,
Okay.
and so yeah, so
But in the meantime, before I start going away at this terminal, I look around for any cameras or anything that might be watching me. Because I'm paranoid,
yeah,
Just
okay.
paranoid. It's like, what if they have a camera? Dude? What if they're perverts or something?
What are the perverts? This is not the change room, but sure, make a perception check plus wisdom.
Plus wisdom says +1 again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
All right, perfect, cool. So yeah, the staff room is not recorded. Neither is, and you notice also like this place is empty. Everyone seems to be working, but
Yeah.
that's also
Over comms, I say, beautiful.
I'm just speaking aloud to myself. Oh, there's no cameras in here. This is great.
sweet. All right, so yeah.
So now I access the terminal. I'm like, 2d6 plus what? What are those gods?
Pull out
Computer.
my dice and access the terminal.
Yeah, pull out my dice and access the terminal. 2d6 plus computer intelligence, please.
So there's 0 + 1 again. Yeah. God. What?
Rolling like up. Oh.
And I go, I better log in
Like,
around 20
what
while
are you?
I'm ahead.
Sorry. What are you looking for exactly?
Looking for. On my little thing, I said, what am I looking for again? Trailer.
You were looking for a personnel list, I believe.
That's what I'm looking for.
I got it,
personnel.
but what do I do? Like,
I'm looking for who the manager and the customs chief is for cargo and whatnot. I'm doing it smartly.
Look for like flagged employees or something.
Yeah, flagged employees as well. Like,
Okay.
who's been
That's-
written up recently for like maybe a security breach or some shit, stuff like that. Like, 13,000 AKs got by. Oh, this guy was on duty. They were later found here.
and fired.
But he wasn't fired. We
Why?
just demoted him just a little bit.
that would be like he was suspected of helping, but they couldn't prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're looking for anyone that was that had what complaints filed against them, or what? Like I don't.
A manager might have like notes on somebody. If
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're like looking for like employee notes that
Yeah,
like a
employee
manager
notes.
might be cool. So
trying to get insight into stuff.
yeah, perfect. That's cool. So yes, you find the manager.
Yeah.
His name, which is pretty easy because you can literally just go to any hangar and ask. Manager has a manager will be Roberto.
Okay. So I'm looking at Robert's file.
REBERTO.
Robert. Yes.
Roberto. Alright.
Roberto.
Roberto.
We call him Robert.
Roberto. I can't roll my R's. I don't know why I'm making up names that I can't pronounce. Yeah, you got his notes with some of the crew or some of the more with his notes on like not all the employees but some of the employees.
And I downloaded them to Theo's compad. Or no, was it Casper's compad? But
Data
not
slab?
mine. Yeah, data slab.
Sure. Yeah, that's not hard. You can just plug in and grab it. Yeah. Anything else you would wish to do?
I want to see if I can access alarms from this terminal as well. Not
By
turn
the
them
way,
on, just access them.
from my present location, if possible, I'd like to be discreetly watching the door for him.
Yeah. Make a perception plus wisdom, please. All right.
Compromised. Get out.
Perfect. All right. All right. Cool. So, no, the computer is doesn't have access to alarms.
Any alarms with? Okay.
No.
What about could I change the password off this to like the locker rooms that we just came into, basically?
No, this is
So
not a security terminal, right?
Okay, so it's just a normal terminal. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a map that would show me where security terminals and all this other stuff? Can I get a map of the starport?
Yeah, that you can
Like
get that. In here.
blueprints, essentially, though.
No, you can't get blueprints.
Okay. Okay. I had to go to internet options, clear history, and then I log out.
All right. Ow. So you're trying to erase your presence of you ever being accessing those data.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Make a computer roll. That's intelligence, please.
This +1 again. Ah, it's wearing out.
Perfect. So Trela, you see like a few female staff members like crowding together, like walking in a group, starting to head towards the staff room.
Red team, go! Red team, go!
I say, huh?
Incoming!
Incoming what?
Staff entering staff room.
Oh gosh, I just start walking out of the staff room very quickly but confidently to make it look like I was just an employee and I'm getting back to my shift. And I grab any uniform that I see on the way out.
Trailer clenches.
Do you don the uniform or are you just holding it?
Just holding it.
All right, cool. Make a stealth plus wisdom as
You found one?
Yeah, the
Fair.
locker room. The locker rooms are right in the back, right?
I would have suggested he
Actually,
wore it. Did you?
No, I
make a security plus intelligence first to actually open a locker. Since
So-
they're locked.
8.
All right, that's you. You're really good at this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what my character is completely
he
lost about.
has just to. You're really good at rolling too, apparently.
Yeah, if only you were an expert where you could just essentially save any fails.
Oh wait, but I am.
All right, OP. All right, cool. So you find so you like open a locker. You find a locker. You open it. You find a spare uniform that guy has.
Okay.
in the guy's side of the locker room. And
I repeat, incoming.
yeah. So you grab it and
Yep.
just try and walk out. So make a stealth plus wisdom. Oh no, sorry, stealth plus charisma.
So 2d6 plus 1 plus 0.
Bang!
Let's see. Ah!
All right.
I reroll
Would
it.
you like to reroll it? All right.
Yep. Yes!
All right, very good. All right, cool. So you come out, and then as soon as you meet the eyes of
Does one of the women faint by any chance?
no,
He gives them a wink and they
I give
just
him that
blush.
snap point, the
Like,
snapping
oh.
point, you know? I say
Ladies.
they come out. You see the group of staff members like kind of a little bit like getting close, and then you see their uniform immediately. Just like don the jacket quickly, and pretend like you're rushing out, and you're like nonchalantly get out of there.
Oh no, I make sure to wink at them and say ladies though.
All right, sure. They're like,
Do they swoon?
You're arrested
They
immediately.
swoon.
Do they swoon?
they look at you. They look at you oddly, and then they're like,
I
hi,
just keep on walking.
hi to you too. As you walk away, the girl, the last girl walking in, does a double take, and it's like, sir, are you new?
I'm always just power walking away.
You're
Like,
already far.
I'm probably like out of earshot already.
All right, so,
He's just on the ship waving.
catch me
Look,
if
I'm
you
already-
can. Kerr is
City's over.
what's his name? Leonardo Capriel on Catch Me If You Can. It's bullshitting as
DiCaprio. It's a great movie. Okay. DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
Yeah. DiCaprio. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. All right, we're now back to present time with everyone. What's everyone doing?
I'm showing Trella this nifty uniform and going, hey, look at this.
It's more like just like the outer jacket that you took, not the.
I'm showing her this nifty outer jacket. I said, hey, look at this.
I compliment you on your excellent work.
How tall is Trella, out of curiosity?
Incredibly short.
How long is this jacket? So I thought you were short. So
How tall are you?
my character's like 6'3".
All right, so it's a little bit short for you, and definitely too big for.
I throw it over her anyways. I say, here you go.
Wraps it around your shoulders and it goes down to your knees.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe Casper will be an appropriate size.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I put it into my backpack, I guess. And
I would proceed to do that same thing I did with the guy I'm supposed to go talk to now.
All right, cool. So who?
I was gonna call Casper to see what he was up to
I don't have
and
time
tell
to-
him the good news that we have. That way he's in the know.
Oh,
communication device on me.
But I have his data set. So I call Theo and tell Theo, so Theo's in the know at least.
all right, cool. So Casper, who exactly are you looking for?
I am looking for the whoever Brad directed me to. He's like, yeah,
He gave you a few names, right? There's like the hanger, the guy who does the hanger. There's the guy who does all the managing of all the cargo.
Who has the more suspicious name?
There's there's also the guy who does security, right? He might security at the back where other cargoes are.
I guess I'd start with security.
All right, cool. So,
Kerr, did you intend to head to security next?
Well, yeah, because I need to find a security terminal.
Maybe this is going to take place at the same time, then, if you are heading there?
Because I want to see something about alarms.
all right. cool.
And I would like to get a general idea of the layout of the city. Like, I want to know where the industrial section is. I want to know where the rural section is.
All right.
I want to know where the celebration's taking place.
Okay. Let's do that really quickly, because I seem to not describe my cities really well. So Bant is a very we'll say it's very Greek influenced planet. So like a lot of white, like very like southern Greece influence. So a lot of white, a lot of blue, in terms of architecture. The city, the planet itself has is full of like bubble cities. So instead of building up and out, a lot of just a big surface, a huge, actually I should say, surface dome, and then buildings, things are built down and out, and trying to avoid the magma core of the planet, of course. So a majority of like recreation or relaxation things are out. Anything that's like outdoorsy that they will be on the surface of the planet inside the bubble, and anything that is and anyone living on the surface are probably rich as fuck. Otherwise, like underground malls, underground living, hotels, living quarters, blah, blah, that kind of stuff is all like underground. That's what the city looks like. So I guess the size of the city would be like, say, the size of a bubble would be about, I guess, the long end of Manhattan ish. If maybe a little, like, I think New York City. I think New York City.
It's a large metropolitan city.
Yeah, it's like a big, like a it's not long. Yeah, it's like a big, large metropolitan city, inside the bubble, and then the rural areas, I guess you can call it, will be like underground.
Okay.
And then the celebration will take part from the large, will lead from the spaceport, which you guys are all in right now. Has a main like street that travels all the way to this giant park that they have all the city government structures set it beside.
Okay.
And then the park will so that's where the parade will go from the airport to the park. And then the park will also have all these like rides, carnival rides, little sideshows, booths for snacks and all that crap set up for the end of the celebration. And that's also where they'll like have a little light show for the end of the celebration as well. That's that. Yes. So back to Casper. If you go to the security personnel, he's at like the hangars area at the back, and like the door to it's like behind it's like up some stairs and then up and then behind like a one-way glass.
Okay.
And then beside the one-way glass you see like a door, very like nondescript door with a lock, with the same as those like with a key card lock on it.
Okay. I would just knock on the door then.
All right, cool. So he's like the guy inside shouts like, "What?"
I just Brad, Supervisor Brad, super now. I'm assuming he introduced me to his last name as well. Brad told me I could find the security manager here. I was wondering if you had time for a quick interview.
He's like the
I mean, would you be able to answer some questions for me if
It's
he's
like
not available?
the manager's out right now. It's like if you have any security questions, go to the front desk. There's nothing for us to say more than more than what the presentation our website tells you and what the front desk. If you have any further questions, you have to ask the front desk.
I just try to bring well, Brad was more than helpful and he directed me over here, and I don't. Is it too much to ask you a couple questions? There's nothing. I mean, it'll only take a couple minutes.
It's like you hear a little like whispering inside the office, and then like a few moments later, footsteps and the door opens. He's like, "Excuse me," and he kind of directs you away from the door.
Yep.
And closes it behind him. He's like, "What do you want to know?"
Proceed to go about the security procedures. I tell him like, I'm doing an article about the processes of customs in various planets.
Okay.
And proceed to ask them like just the procedures that they go through and stuff like that. And eventually the conversation I'd try to bring up what they do when they come across like illegal material, stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
Eventually I'd try to go for a read.
Okay, cool. Make a persuade plus charisma as you like talk him into believing you. This and that's a pretty good roll. Okay, cool. So you tell him you BS him about your magazine job, and you directly and then eventually you push the topic towards his what he does with the illegal substance illegal products when found.
Yep.
All right, cool. So I need to make a roll to save again, I believe. Are you using it?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool. Blah. Oops. Roll. Oh, there it is. All right, sweet.
Oh man.
Yep. So then I only get the emotion, I believe,
Yes.
rather than the actual thought.
All right, cool. So he, you can tell he is annoyed, and but his emotion is annoyed, but he seems, but his speech is rather calm to it. So he's like, when we find illegal cargo, they'll be detained. We find he gives you like a textbook answer. It's like when they find it is detained, the person who the cargo is delivered to will be questioned and will be arrested and questioned. Person who's delivering will be arrested and questioned. Cargo will be the cargo, depending on severity, the cargo can be destroyed if not kept in will be kept for evidence. The guy will be jailed. The guilty party will be jailed. Blah 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 blah, etc. etc.
Okay.
And then
so I get the fact that he's just he's kind of annoyed that he's answering questions.
he has to answer all these stupid questions that is already detailed, and
there's no hint of worry that I'm getting.
No.
From bringing up such topics. Then I would wrap up the little thing. So thank you for your time, and I would head on to the next person that I was given.
So the guy's like, finally, and he sighs and gets back into the security booth. All right, cool. Back to Kerr and Trellis. Oh, Theo, what are you doing aside from riding your motorcycle?
Well, I mean, I just take my things back. Some things that I didn't happen to get, like my binoculars or my backpack. I'm not really planning on doing intense surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of driving around trying to get a feel for the locations.
How many heads does he turn with the bike?
Go to D100 to
I'm
see.
pretty nice on it now. Yeah, it's a nice looking bike. Should I
He's
roll
also
for how
wearing the
cool I look?
weirdest outfit ever. So.
He gets Alright, roll charisma. That's 2d6 charisma.
Does he get a +1 for how cool his bike looks?
Yeah, +1. We'll give you a +1.
I don't think it registered. Here's the second go.
It's a bit laggy for me
Yeah, it was a little slow.
when I
Are
type.
you using the dice where it shows the dice or no?
All right, here goes the second attempt. Oh, still not giving me any alert or anything.
Are you using the 3D dice or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's just a
Probably
little
using
slow.
the chat dice by default.
Oh, I just submitted a third one.
Well, just give it a second. Don't backlog, otherwise you'll get 3 rolls anyway. It'll go eventually. But this isn't terribly important to the story. It's gonna keep going.
Yeah. Alright. So
I mean, we
back to-
could wait like 5
Uh,
minutes.
I guess if I were to say some goal I was trying to achieve from this, by the end of
Yeah.
it, I would try to.
He
here
rolled a
goes my
9 and an
rolls.
8.
Hello, rolls. Those are
Alright,
nice
this-
rolls. I look pretty damn cool.
You look pretty damn good, ladies.
You see panties drop as you go with that.
I do not notice
People
this.
swoon.
You make chicks scream like grease lightning.
What I do notice, however, is the layout of the town. By the time I'm done with this, I should be able to potentially sketch a somewhat accurate shape of this place,
Are you just going for the route, or are you doing the entire like?
and potentially locations where I think a crime might be oriented.
Like a choke point where like if this was going to be that kind of thing that we're
Yeah,
looking
I just
for?
want to get more knowledge. Yes.
Like just general layouts of the city.
Yes.
Alright. The city is like there is a bit of like traffic jam here and there because of the preparation for the celebration to come. There is like certain roads being sealed for storage of like to store like things for the carnival or for the parade to come, that kind of stuff. But otherwise,
Wait.
the city's
What you just said sounded really important. If I wanted to explore that more, I definitely would.
all right. Cool. Make an what else will we have here? There's no investigation roll, so I think
Perception and intelligence.
yeah, I think perception and intelligence makes the most sense.
Okay.
What are you trying to find out?
Well,
Before you-
basically, what I found is a place where they store things for the parade, right?
For the entire, like, certain places are being stored for like the event.
Yes, I want to find all of those, all the places where things are supposed to be stored.
Oh, okay. Make a navigation plus intelligence then instead of
All right.
perception.
83.33% chance of success. We might have to wait on this roll.
All right, cool. Why is it lagging like this? This is so weird.
Could just be the servers for them.
It's probably just their servers. It's definitely their servers. This is lagging for everyone.
Yeah.
Kurt's test went through pretty quickly.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
that-
a dice roll.
Oh, I see.
Dice roll probably different things.
Yeah, my test roll came pretty late too. But all right, Kerr and Trello, what are you guys doing?
Looking for that security terminal, you know? Right.
I follow him most of the way, and then as we get close, sort of, step aside.
All right, cool. So,
And I open comms with Jason, but go on. I mean, Casper, what the fuck, Jason?
Can't.
Just-
I have
you-
no
you just-
communication
you
device.
still
yeah,
hear
Casper
Kerr.
has no.
You
Yeah.
still
Oh, of
hear
course.
Kerr.
Yeah, I just get to Kerr, and I'm like, oh, whoops.
Wrong person. Wrong number.
So
Dial
that's
again.
right.
Fuck. What was it? All right, so yeah, without much research needed, you know that security terminals will be in security like stations or security booths.
I'd probably head towards somewhere that I'd think wouldn't be as busy. Maybe the security guard maybe left because it's so dead there that he just wanted coffee and donuts. Who knows? But I would just head towards like a less busy area of the starport, I guess.
So, sorry. The least busy part of the airport would probably be like where your ship is parked. Like for that's easily accessible to you would be where the ships are parked.
Okay.
Like in the hangar area, because not those who park their ship there don't always like just immediately come and go, right?
Yeah.
So like that's probably the easiest place to find. Probably the least busy place around. There might be like at most within the hour at most in a hangar we'll have 2 ships landing and or leaving.
Okay.
And have their own crew. And since you guys are all in frigate class ships, unless it's a private.
It was just random row, but okay.
Yeah. Unless there's like a private shuttle or what for like to travel between space, there really isn't.
Okay.
So yeah, Theo, you find all the you pass by all the locations and you can mark them on your map on where they are. Your storage is for like parade materials
All right.
and roadblocks and whatnot. Yeah, so Kerr, anything else? What would you like to do?
I was trying to find a security terminal, as it was. Like
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So you find yourself in this in the hangar for the Mercury and among other ships, and you see the security booth like out in the back, up some stairs and just up some stairs.
Can I see anyone in the security booth?
It's behind like the one-way mirror thingies, so you can't really see inside.
Okay.
I want to be close enough to observe for him again.
All right.
I'd like to see what type of can I see what type of lock? Is this like the same type of lock as before?
No, it's a keycard lock.
This one's a keycard lock. Okay. Okay. I wonder. So I'd use it wouldn't be a security row, it'd be a computer row.
No,
it's
it's still security.
Still security, okay.
Yes. If you're trying to get past anything,
It's always gonna be
it's security. So like if you're hacking through a firewall, it's security.
security. Okay. Okay. In that case, I go up to I walk up to the door and I just knock on it.
All right. You you hear like what?
Oh, I was just trying to see if anyone's in there. I need to know where something's at, man.
You need to know what? Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm talking to the guy if I hear a what, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it'd be like, I need to know where something's at, is what I say.
And he's like, there's an info terminal that just inside the once you leave the hangar area into the spaceport. So
Okay. I'll just start walking away then.
all right, cool.
I look sad because there's someone in there. I said, Trailer, we gotta get that guy out of that booth. I need that security terminal.
All right. I need to use the bathroom, so let's take a 3-minute break.
Okay.
And then
Okay. So, like I said before, I'm just pretty much still here right now. So I've
Okay.
got a heal that I can use like once a day, or I can create a link with someone that we both like, so I can understand, like, so we understand each other essentially. That's like once per day I could do that, either one of those, and then otherwise I have my like the empathy, the low level mind reading, and I can save people from death within so many rounds. As far as psychic powers go, but essentially I'm just looking for someone who's guilty.
We need to like have a little plan thing. I don't know, because I don't know where we're gonna end up with this like train of running around.
Yep. It's what concerns me every time we do stuff like this. I'm like, well, are we advancing anything by doing
I know.
this, or are we just wasting a bunch of time?
Because it seems like we're wasting time, but at the same time, it seems like it'd pay off. I kind of want to get to the security terminal because I think there'd be like, just find video evidence of like, oh look, there's no guards here, but they're unloading a shit ton of stuff or
Right?
something.
Or you find that the
What I'm very
video
concerned
log
about
is
is whether or not we end up hijacking the cargo on our criminal mission and finding out what's in it.
What do you mean hijack? You mean delivering it and finding out, or actually hijacking?
If we're delivering it, we just open it and we
Yeah.
find out what it is. If it's dangerous, we don't do
But-
it.
yeah.
Like,
Well, no, it's no questions asked, so you probably couldn't just open it.
possibly.
I don't think it'd be that easy. Oh, hey, by the way, I delivered this wooden crate here. You're free to open it, but no questions asked.
Well, it would probably involve shooting people. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. I know. I don't know.
Yeah, like they just gave up. You're like, well, I'm out of here. You just gave up, Theo. You're like, peace.
Yeah, well, after we killed them, we wouldn't just want to give up whatever it was. We'd find out something to do with that, maybe.
Yeah.
So, or
I
we
should
can
just make a bomb. That's the answer to it. Just make a
we
bomb.
just create our own like lead, and we plant it on someone. Done.
Kerr makes a bomb. He hands it to someone at the airport.
We found a bomb. This guy was planning on blowing up.
See? He's guilty.
Activities. Will you kindly pay us now, and we'll enjoy the festival and leave planet? And I'm actually interested in going to Naomi.
Yeah, I'm
Just there's a
very
school
interested. I'm interested in what's happening on Naomi too, actually,
Like the power development and such sounds interesting.
and what's happening around Laudi and
Hey, I'm
what
from
else?
Laudi.
And I think it's Chinoli. Where are my factions?
I can never remember where Laudi's at.
Find out.
Laudi is at 04, I believe. Yeah.
Where's the nearest Tech Level 5 planet?
Nearest Tech 5 planet? I think Antonius is Tech 5.
Can it not be?
It is Tech 5. Antonius is Tech 5. Aegis,
Shithole.
Aegis, FF, Laudi, Ragna are all or can be Tech 5.
Oh god, so the closest one is Antonius?
Yep.
God damn it. That might give it my... Alright, well, Mind Blade. It'll be worth it.
Mindblade would probably not be in.
Oh god, but it's on a Tech Level 5 planet. Where else am I
Yeah.
gonna go?
I don't know.
Psionics
Antonius.
Academy.
Yeah, Psionics Academy. Naomi definitely probably has it.
Anyways.
Hey guys, you want to take a brief trip to Naomi?
It's not brief at all. It's
I know,
like
that's what I'm saying.
1,
Like, that's exactly what I'm
2,
getting
3,
at.
4, 5, 6, 7 hex at the 7 hexes.
Is there a way to order? Tech
It's
Level 5
okay
rings?
because he doesn't have a comm pad, so we never hear him ask anymore.
You can try.
Well, I
there
just mean, otherwise, it's kind of limited in how we can get things.
Yeah.
Because if the Tech Level 5 planet doesn't have Tech Level 5...
No,
Wait.
tech level 5 just means they have the technology to produce it, but they might not produce it, right? So like Antonius doesn't have anything.
Well,
They
I could
don't-
ask. Could I ask my culture criminal friends here if they could rustle up a black market contact? That would happen.
Yeah, you can, for sure.
That's what I was getting at. Just another
yeah.
way to get something.
Yeah. Who's doing the recording again? Oh, Theo, right?
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you? Is it possible for you to like cut the videos into like smaller segments and fade them in, fade them out?
Yeah, I could probably figure out how to do that.
Yeah, I think I have friends who are actually watching this once in a while. So, and they're saying like we don't want to watch a 4-hour fucking video. So maybe so you can cut them into.
Well,
Like,
tell them the
I kinda
bookmark
like
where they
this
left
way,
off. Then
yeah.
Watch
No, I mean
later.
all you do is like when you get to the video, you just put tags in the breaks, like
Yeah, you can
come
do that.
here.
Yeah, so maybe over time, if we do well, we can like we can maybe
we
use
start
webcam.
streaming it.
Learn how to add annotations. I think that would be a good solution.
Add annotations. I can actually stream this if you guys don't mind. But I think if I'm gonna stream it, I'm gonna need to do a lot of pre-work, including adding like splash screens and stuff like at MeJP, and all the other role-playing people do, to make it more professional looking as opposed to just my hundreds and hundreds of screens that look really, really ugly. But otherwise, yeah, if you can cut it into little bits, will be much appreciated by my friends. Or smaller bits will be much appreciated by my friends. Anyways, back on topic. What was Trailer doing again?
Staring
to
at
get hold of
Kerr's
the-
ass.
Sorry?
Loitering.
Loitering? Alright, cool.
I
What's
do want to, if I see Casper, I do want to initiate conversation.
Alright. What's Casper doing? Because he
On to
was
the next contact.
on to the next contact. Alright, cool. So Casper's in more of like he's not in the hangar area, he's at like the half like customs and storage.
Yeah, I followed Kerr towards the security area,
Yeah.
which is where Casper was previously, though, right?
No, he's in another security area. So like each little place like has a security office,
Okay.
right? Because you don't want like one central security. You need like smaller security offices for those nearby, so that like if anything happens in that area, you definitely have officers on one or two officer on hand to settle something, right? So each large hangar that fits like eight, maybe 10 frigates will have like a security office, and then like the airport will be divided into sections where each section has a security office, and then there's probably a head security area for in the customs where all the other officers are hanging out, etc. So anyways, Casper, you get to, I guess, the closest person would be the hangar, or not the hangar, the not storage, but like the boss of all the
Customs chief.
no,
No?
not the customs chief, the storage for all the container, like where containers are being shipped, brought
like
in,
a
and brought-
warehouse manager. Or something.
yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, there's
Same old spiel.
same old spiel. All right, cool. So you approach the office, you knock on the door, and you're greeted by a bunch, like quite a few people, like on phones and on like data, on comm pads and data pads and like comm terminals, trying to organizing like the shipment of and placement of like cargo and all that stuff. So what do you do? Like, you're in there. Do you just like try and look for whoever's in charge, or you just grab like the closest person and start asking him stuff?
I recognize that these guys are hard at work, so I'm trying to either maybe pick someone that's maybe on a break temporarily,
Okay.
or that's my original approach.
Okay.
because I
So-
don't want to just,
Yeah. Probably.
excuse me, can I interrupt everything you're doing right now?
All right. So you see this scene before you of like it's quite a mess in this his office.
There's work being done.
Yeah, it's work being done. People are like, shit, we need to move this. Why is this not loaded yet? Oh my god, what's happening? Where's this? Where's that? Like people panic. Well, not panicking, but like people being like hard at work. And to your, you look to your left and right to try and spot someone, like you said, who is like not occupied at the moment. You see a guy like waiting for his coffee to be made.
I would approach him and
Mm.
give him my my spiel.
Yeah.
Hello, I've been interviewing people here. As I show him like the small notes with like real quick, like a flashing a badge, almost like
Yeah.
people's test. Like yeah.
Okay. So, what is your end goal to this interview? What are you trying to ask him?
I guess I don't know if he would know or not. I guess I'd ask him some of the questions I was asking before. So I don't think he'd personally be involved, but it wouldn't hurt for me to try to get a read on him during the whole like, what do you guys do during? Like if illicit, Otherwise, I'm trying to find his boss
All right. Cool. So
or someone who's answering questions.
you start talking to him. He's like, he kind of like, you see him. You see him kind of like relax as you come to him, like he's like trying to like not get back to his work.
Right, take his time.
Yeah, he's taking his time, like, because he's like, damn, that's like, he's like, our job's pretty. He complains about his job during the entire interview. He's like, our job's so stressful. Like, people can't get shit right. Like, people never report things on time. Blah 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 blah. And then when you get to the cargo with illegal substances, what exactly do you ask him again?
How would someone feel about? I mean, I actually probably the same thing I was asking before.
Like what they do when they find cargo with illicit substances or
Yeah,
illegal or contrabands. Yeah, contrabands. That's the word that we were looking for. I was looking for the entire time. All right, cool. So roll D20. Perfect. So I failed. So what you're looking for. So he explains to you, you get his emotions and surface thoughts, right? Correct?
Yep.
Cool. So he seems nervous and annoyed at the same time. He's like, that's the most annoying part of our job. It creates the most, like, why do people want to bring this shit in? If they're going to do it, hide it better so I don't find them. It's just fucking annoying because, like, we have to report it to the authorities, go, like, do this, do that, like, all this, like, bureaucratic crap that he has to go. He explains all the bureaucratic crap he has to go through to, like, report it, wait for the security to come, halt all his other things because this takes priority, that kind of crap. Like he goes on a long tangent complaining about everything that has any slight relevance of what you're talking about.
Okay. So the emotions is he's slightly nervous but annoyed.
Yeah.
The surface thought was
It's so the surface thought is he's his nervousness is like, please don't tell me you're trying to sneak shit in.
okay. Like you're not approaching me to
Yeah.
work out a deal. Okay.
It's like you're not trying to approach me to work a deal, right? Because so his annoying is like everything explained, and then nervousness is like, please don't tell me this guy's trying to sneak shit in because that'd be stupid for you telling me, and it'll be like fucking annoying for me.
Gotcha.
He doesn't want to go through all the paperwork. He doesn't want to go through this and that.
Then I'd just like to start. Sorry to take up your time. Can I speak with your? Is there anyone who runs this area?
My manager is like, he points you to like a door at the back of the office that seems to lead to like another office.
I ask him just for if he would mind me using his name in my article, and I go to shake his hand and thank him for his time.
He's like, he takes a moment and he's like, probably don't use my name considering what I just said to you. But if you publish it, it'd be highly appreciated.
Okay. I'll keep that in consideration as I go to the...
All right, cool. So, so you head towards the office in the back?
Yep.
All right, cool. What do? You're in front of the door. It's closed.
Knock on the door. I'm not going to barge in.
All right. He's like, you hear an angry, like an angry scream of like, what? Like he's definitely, the guy seems definitely annoyed and angry of this interruption.
Yep, he's a busy man. I just go same thing. Sir, just wonder if I have more of your time. We can do this while you're working. Just a couple questions I'd like to ask you.
He's like, I don't have time for questions. I don't have time for questions. It's like there's billions and billions of tons, billions of cargo being moved back and forth in this on this airport. Like this is the largest spaceport on the planet, and combined with the fact that it's also an airport makes my life fucking hard. Like if you want to interrupt someone, not me, get out.
Yeah, he generally seems just like he's busy. Rather than, I'm not going to interview everyone in the room. It's just ridiculous.
Okay.
I guess I'd go to the last person I was recommended to.
All right, cool. What about everything else? Everyone else? What are you guys doing?
I presume I'm just generally chilling.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting for Casper.
All right.
Kerr's just making a bomb on the ship again. He's like, I'm gonna have to just stop.
So you're bomb making. Do you have like do you have a dedicated lab space in your or did you take up like someone else's one of the extra quarters as like your lab? Or
that would be my quarters, and then I just have a cot.
Have a little what?
A little cot is where I sleep, and the rest of my quarters is equipment.
Actually, would you permit me to do another perception check if I went to like some like towards the cargo area somewhere to discreetly observe the staff again, like I did originally? Or
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You can pay more special attention there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, take a look around.
All right, cool. It's busy. It's busy as hell. You can understand why. You'll understand exactly why later when Casper tells you his experience with the staff in the cargo for the like cargo hold. Because like it's you see like forklifts, you see forklifts moving cargoes around, crane moving cargoes around, things being loaded, things being like being unloaded into the area. Like it's a mess of things that like you can barely keep track of what cargo is going where.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fairly satisfied that I've not really uncovered anything of use.
Yeah, Casper. So the last person would be the head of, would be for anyone in the customs area. right? So you head towards the custom. You head towards the custom. You knock on, I guess, the security office door, and like you go towards the security office, and then it's more like it's more like a reception area into the back where it's like where all the security stuff is,
Right.
like behind like another door. So like there's like a little reception area. So you're there.
Same old, man.
Same old,
Talk
same.
to you.
What's a rule for making a portable bomb inside a ship in a completely relaxed, non-rush state? What is your bomb making skill?
0.
It's a 0.
And then
Oh.
intelligence at 1.
Intelligence at 1.
Just be.
So
Then I have a toolkit. That's useful for something.
plus 1, I believe. Plus. I don't think you even need to roll. You just need to have the materials for it. So
Okay.
So, you can. How much are, I don't know, grenades? Like what are you trying to make?
Basically just like a little car bomb. I don't know.
A car bomb.
Not like a large one. Like maybe like just like a small little thing,
Like a grenade,
basically. Yeah, but not a big grenade.
but not a grenade. What do you?
Something larger than grenade, but smaller than like a bomb.
All right.
He's trying to
Sounds
figure out a
good.
price. So you want like a 3 grenade explosion, a 2 grenade explosion?
A 3 grenade explosion. There we go.
All right.
3
So-
grenade explosion.
So, I guess like 50. You can spend 50 credits to make this. It won't take you any rolls, but it'll take you time. So like you're basically occupied for the rest of the afternoon.
It would
I
be
guess.
different if you were trying to make something like on the fly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
And then it'd be like a row. Okay,
yeah, it'd be
that
like
works with me.
It would also like if you're trying
makes
to
sense.
like your bomb expertise also allows you to like deactivate bombs or like find MOs in
bombs.
bombs and
Okay.
whatnot. So or identify bombs as well, right?
So what are the encumbrance for this 3?
Encumbrance
Just
would
give it
be-
a 1.
I give it like what do you, like or you're trying to make like a car bomb?
Well, I
Kinda
guess essentially it'd be like something you could attach to a car. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it'll be encumbrance 2.
Encumbrance 2. Okay.
Something you need 2 hands to hold at least, right? To keep safe and whatnot.
But can I disguise it where it doesn't look like an
Yeah.
obvious? Oh, okay.
You can disguise
brown paper.
inside a brown paper bag or whatever.
Oh, I want it to look like a cat.
You want to look like a cat.
A toy cat.
The cat bomber.
That looks like a toy cat. That way I can blame it on Casper.
That'd be too obvious.
Exactly.
Oh my god. All right, cool. Yeah. So Casper. So make your perception roll. Or sorry, not perception. Your persuade plus charisma, please.
There it is, finally.
Where are we? A mighty 3. You are a psychic. You cannot reroll that. So, so the reception looks at you kind of weird and tells you it's like we didn't schedule any. There's no scheduling for this kind of interview today. It's like nor like I can't. So none of us can meet you right now. Would you stick around because like we don't have all this information that you're asking can easily be gotten on on our official website. Like, well, why would you want to ask us these questions?
Everything I'm asking can be easily found.
Like,
So like, this is what their process is, who they get in touch with.
or like, oh, the gist of it can be right.
Right. I'm just asking for some details.
It's like,
That's all I.
it's like, well, if what you're saying is true, then I think I'll need a you'll have to book an appointment with us, and I'll have to contact your I'll have to contact your magazine to I have to contact your magazine to get a verification of your identity.
Like, I'm simply writing an article. I didn't say I had a magazine I worked for.
And it's like, well, I need a reference to make sure that you're at least a freelance writer that has some experience. Otherwise, we can't just give this kind of information to anyone.
Miss, I don't appreciate your tone. Can I speak with your manager?
It's like, sir, I don't appreciate this treatment, nor do I don't believe that I don't believe that what you're saying is exactly is what you're actually up to. I think you should sit down, and I'll have an officer come out and interview you in a second.
That's quite all right, but I'd still like to speak with your manager.
It's like, hold on a second. So, minutes passed, and you see a security officer come out along with two securities officer comes out. One you can see by his like lapel or some other indication seems like you can tell he's like a higher rank.
Sure.
And then he comes out. It's like, so the officer is like, hello. What name did you give them?
Just gave them my first name.
All right. It's like, hello, Mr. Casper. It's like, why don't you accompany us and you can tell us all about your problems.
I don't believe I have to. Have I done something wrong?
And it's like, we have suspicions. We have some, not suspicions. The clerk has told me that you have been acting a little bit suspicious, and we would like to have an interview with you. With in a more private setting.
Unless you're going to physically take me in and detain me against my will, I'm just going to leave.
It's like, well,
do they have? Are there rights on this? Is there something like on this planet? Do they have the right to just question me, or take me in for questioning like that physically?
I'm
asking you, like, as them.
Yeah, I understand. So
would that be a bureaucracy role?
Yeah, you can make a bureaucracy roll, I think.
I guess, yeah, sure.
Plus intelligence.
Yeah, that'll be it. Fine. -1. Yeah.
MIT 6. So, you're not quite sure, because like you haven't exactly broken any rules, but like airport security, usually a lot of laws in are kind of different in airport security or spaceport security, because it's a spaceport. It's important to planets and whatnot, and so they might have tighter rules. So you're not sure if it makes sense. Like, they're not arresting you per se, but they're also like at the moment they're not arresting you per se, but then they're like they have the right to like ask you to take you in to at least interview you, kind of like when you check in from in a airport, or sorry, when you get out from the airport, they have the right to like search your luggage and whatnot. It's like that kind of right. That's what you feel, anyways.
Sure. Yeah. So I just posed my question. I'm like, if you're not going to physically detain. I said what I said already, so.
All right, cool. So it's like, well then, I was like, then, please turn around, put your hands on your head. We're arresting you and conducting an investigation as a possible source of a security like security leak kind of thing.
Okay, seems like a great overreaction, but yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So they cuff you and they take your hand. They take you to like an interview room and uncuff you. They ask you to sit down. It's like, sir, it's like, why have you been asking? Why are you asking all these questions about the security of our security details when they have been labeled? When they're labeled in like when they're outlined already in our website and our public information.
Well, I'd like to point out, I'm just asking for a little more detail involved in that.
It's like like what details are you exactly looking for? Because we have to be careful, especially as the celebration is coming up with the celebration for the
restoration. Or battle, that is.
Is this the higher rank official guy talking to me right now?
Yes.
Okay. I would just come out. I would be complete. Oh, sorry. Let's go back one step. As far as why we're investigating this.
Yeah.
Do we have a lead as to why we're here? I just can't recall directly.
There's the original mission was there has
something's been getting.
There's rumors that there is a weapons cache set up for for at least chaos or something for the restoration celebration that's coming up on February 24th.
So we just decided to check out the spaceport.
And Traila's like, if there's anything like illegal that's coming in, it's probably from the spaceport. So she found out that there's something's fishy about the cargo handling in the airport or in the spaceport.
Did she find that through a contact, right?
No, she found out through sheer observation.
Okay. Cool. I would just be completely upfront with them. I would just be like, this is what we were hired to do by the government. I would tell them that I have a certain ability to determine what someone's thinking. If they were asked for proof, I would try to do the whole like, think of think of this, yeah,
bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
And I tell them I'm also looking to protect the festivities. I'm sorry to use a ruse, but we've been led to suspicious activity here, and
all right. Make a bureaucracy plus wisdom at a +2, please. Yeah. Cool. Wump. Mighty. All right. Cool. So, the officer is like, okay, I understand. That kind of makes sense. Our government does hire us to investigate certain things that the military and police cannot do or cannot cover. So, but I can't release you at the moment, as I need to actually like find out if it's true.
That's fine. I would give him like the contact information for the mission and
mission. Like all the relevant government information, all that crap. So yeah.
Meanwhile, though, I'm like, if this all checks out, can you?
Data slab.
Sorry.
I wouldn't have the name of the guy you're saying, Chris?
No, it's just.
No, I wasn't giving like, here's the here's the.
I know, it's been asked. No, he doesn't have his data slab. How could he?
And I'm
He has
asking.
excellent memory.
I'm asking if he can assist in this investigation in any way.
And he's like, okay, then what is it that you need to know?
Well, we were led here somehow. Is there? Can I interview people that might be involved in this? Do you have any suspicious incidents? Is there anyone that's flagged? Anything? You know?
As at the moment, there isn't any within our airport. No, there isn't anything. There isn't anything particularly big that's going on. Like business has been as usual. So you're interviewing people is fine, but if what you're investigating is true, shouldn't you be trying to find the cash within the city, since it's rumored that it is something that's already in the city as opposed to arriving into the city?
Sir, I'm just trying to make this last 2 hours not a waste of time. I say to my benevolent GM. Yeah, that would make sense. That's a very good point. I'm also looking for maybe leads to follow up or some kind of connection.
He's like, well, if anyone wants to disrupt the celebration, it'd be New Samara. So if you have any leads in that department, it's probably that is the best. That's the most logical step to go to.
Such as shipments that have come in from New Samara, maybe.
In terms of shipments from New Samara, we those we check with additional scrutiny for the past 2 months at least. So we're not. I'm quite certain that if there's anything.
I would try to read him instantly then. If you
Sure,
tell
go
me
ahead.
if it's good. Well.
Wait, sorry, I roll. This is so awkward. All right, cool, perfect.
Yeah. So just
So
about that.
So he's like, he is, he's calm. So everything, calm and very like professional, and so he tells you is like if it's from New Samara, this is either planned months and months ahead, or it did not come through this. If it's true, then it did not come through this port.
Well, as soon as you clear me to leave, I will leave, and yeah, this is great.
All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, he like after 2 hours, or after like a good hour. Sorry, after like a good hour, he's like, all right, got all your paperwork. You check out. Sorry about the confusion. Like you have to understand that like we have to do our jobs as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm totally understand. Like I just sit there and put my thought. I asked if I can borrow his compad.
And he's like,
For a moment, I
there's
place mine. Or is there public phones?
there's a public telephone on at the reception area.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
All right, cool. So yeah, he lets you go.
Yeah, I don't see anyone in there. I would call.
Call someone to come and like gather up.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, communicate amongst yourselves. What are you guys doing?
A gigantic waste of time.
I'm still making my bomb.
I happen to be perusing newspapers, looking for news about trade metals and trade goods.
Trade metals and trade goods. Make a.
Are you trying to move this like as something we could do, or just in general?
In general, I want to see. What do you have? Spacer? Yeah. Wait, no. This is not. Yeah, this is Theo. Yeah, make a. No, I think it's just. It's fine. So there's not a lot of like. What exactly are you looking for again? Sorry.
things known as trade metals and goods, which are good in particular places at particular times, or they
He wants to buy low, sell high.
No. Like, are you looking for like trade goods, or are you looking for something else in particular?
Well, I assume the metals are pretty darn rare, which makes them valuable, but widely enough distributed that I guess you could afford them. It would come as an affordable price, pretty much in most places.
So, like, you're looking for any sort of metal that like people used to build things with and whatnot, right?
Yes.
Kind of like, oh, you're just looking for trade goods.
The same would go for goods, pretty much.
So, like, are you looking for things that you can carry, or just anything in particular?
More so the metals than the goods right now.
All right. So, where is it? No, that is not where it is. 300. So, a lot of trade goods in general is gathered on Zwabi. So that is like this little cluster of systems, like place of like gathering goods, like, so like a lot of not precious metals, but like workable metals and whatnot. Like each planet also has their own like mineral sources and all that stuff, but like in terms of export and buying, export and import, a lot of things comes from Zuabi, and that's yeah, and there's that. Is there anything else?
What was ACR like again?
Sorry?
What was ACR like?
Where is that? Sorry.
In Eki 101?
101. Oh, it's been changed, isn't it? 10. Oh, sorry, that's 000. XZR. What the?
ITZIAR?
Yeah. It's outpost. So it's relatively bare planet, and there's not a lot of yeah. So it's very it's a very what did I say? It's as no native biosphere, it's warm. So it's a starting outpost world, even though there's like millions of inhabitants, but it's there mostly for mostly they're like it's a traveling population that they're trying to establish. So it's like a brand new, you can say it's a newer planet, settled planet. And
the atmosphere looks pretty good.
It's warm, temperate, breathable atmosphere, temperate, warm, no native biosphere. Yes. So it's like its biosphere is being it's kind of like
working on being like terraformed, or we haven't
it's
new on there.
Yeah, so like it has no initial biosphere. So like right now it's like people are trying to turn it into New Earth. So like the millions of inhabitants there are like a lot of scientists and or like it's like a lot of scientists and like workers there to try and make they're trying to make a biosphere there to work and grow so that they can have another planet to settle and live in.
Terraforming or para-terraforming?
Yes, terraforming in a sense is trying to like only trying to make like to create a biosphere there, as opposed to like actually like adding water, like instead of as opposed to like adding water, adding mountains, digging whatever. digging caves and whatnot. But yeah. Anything else you want to know?
No, I think that summarizes everything.
All right, cool. Anything else? Anyone else need to know before we move on to next day?
Well,
Or-
do I meet Casper in the lobby to the starport after your investigations?
If you're there, I would definitely talk to you. I'd be like, this is a giant waste of time. I relay what I found out and what my reads I got.
Okay. Yeah, I sort of soak it up and nod, and then I like slink my backpack off my shoulder, pulling it just open a little bit, and like I pull out the corner of the uniform just to like show it to you discreetly, and I say, "We managed to get our hands on a starport uniform. This may help your investigations going forwards. Perhaps if you impersonated an employee, it would allow you to move more freely amongst their ranks. I'm not sure, but the option's there if this thing fits you."
Oh, I gave you the entire. I'm like, this is what the head of security says. I didn't get a suspicious read from him. They've been monitoring traffic coming in and out. And if the thing that happened, it would have happened a while ago.
I interrupt the conversation right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, Casper, what's that you're wearing?
A combat field uniform.
Yeah,
That I picked up.
could you tell me more about that?
I just ignore you. I'm like, this is not the time to talk about clothes.
All right. Talk to you about it more later.
Sure, we can do that, I guess. I'll probably give you the same response.
Yeah. Anything else? Because like we can, if there's anything else you guys want to do, like say in the evening, you guys still for a few hours.
Did I finish making my bombs?
Yeah. After everyone.
Okay. I'd probably find Casper and give him back his data pad.
Slab.
I'm like,
Slab.
well, if you'd like this, I would, trade you your Compad 100 credits for this mighty data slab that could be yours.
Oh, the
Well,
mighty data slab. How about I just give you a compad and not shoot you down?
Like, all right, like, you don't.
I'm like, how about I give you a compad and I promise not to blow us up on accident?
Like, I can bring back most of the party if you do it anyway. Don't worry.
So you just need to not get blown up.
Well, my suggestion, just really quickly, Casper, would be that the responsible
No, I get-
party is a lesser member of their ranks as opposed to one of these managers which you spoke to.
So should I go about interviewing everyone and taking?
I sort of assumed that if you posed as like a dock worker or something, you might be able to observe your colleagues, so to speak, and perhaps find one or two who might be worth. It might be worth prying into their minds with your disturbing and eerie abilities.
I just slowly rub my temples and I'm like, oh gosh, this is.
I leave it entirely up to you. I see you're not very enthusiastic. I apologize.
Well, I mean, the ranking official at the starport recommended pursuing the avenues of storage places, perhaps places they would. I mean, I understood. My thoughts exactly were like, if we found, who brought it in, we could question them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to take time, and they have shift workers, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I'm just. It might be like a needle in a haystack thing,
It is.
finding the right person.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
So,
I have a feeling that someone's trying to tell us that we should just move on from this avenue of the investigation. It feels like there's an outside force pressing upon us.
no, there isn't.
What? Who said that?
uh,
Walls can talk.
the hills have eyes. So yeah, I guess we can call it the day. Oh yeah. So
Did we stay aboard the ship, or
do you guys? Yeah, where do you guys stay?
Yeah, I would like to stay at the ship until like we get to the celebration, and then I would recommend. Well, I'd like to have a place to crash on, like closer to where I'm partying.
Okay. What about? Yeah. What about everyone else?
I suppose I'd
That'd be on
like to
the
stay
ship.
at a place that's sort of like a motel. Like I don't want there to be any waiting time to get out of there.
Yeah. So you can pay for the what was it? There's an actual where's it services lifestyle. So you can pay 15 is common, 10 is poor credits for your stay in the motel, depending on how well you want. Poor is like, motel 8.
There's no breakfast served in
Yeah,
the
I mean,
morning.
No
What do you-
breakfast served in the morning. There might be there might be a cockroach crawling across your face overnight. Poor there you can also live in the slum for 3. But there's definitely cockroaches that crawl over you during the night.
For now, I am going to stay away from the
Cockroaches?
cockroaches.
And go for the common accommodations.
Yes.
So 15 you will have to pay.
do we still pay for supplies if we stay on the ship?
You have to pay you still have to pay 10 per day if you use the ship, because it's assuming to sleep in the ship, because it's assuming
Food and such.
food and whatnot.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
'Cause it's how much is it? It's 20 per person day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 10. Yeah, since you don't need the air and whatnot, but like if you're grabbing food, it counts as you like grabbing food on outside or on the using the ship's supplies for food that you have to replace later.
Okay. Another restless night for Triala.
Oh, by the way, I did give Casper the 100 creds.
Yeah, how comfortable are the beds on your ship? Are they like pretty shitty, or did anyone upgrade their brought a better blanket or whatever for their?
It's pretty much just a mattress and a bunch of blankets and pillows.
So only the necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right.
I mean, I recognize it's one of those things like, well, I know it might cost a lot to upgrade my bed now, but I'm going to appreciate it the
Later.
entire time. Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah. What about everyone please make your payments to stay for the day.
Yep.
And we can move on to the next, which is today will be the 17th. Tomorrow is the no question asked delivery.
Oh my lord. Good lord.
I wake up in a cold sweat, panicked with adrenaline coursing through my veins
I'm
straight from the
Primarily
core
thinking about
of a nightmare.
the 4 days right after that.
You're breaking up a little bit.
So I'm getting lag from someone. Yeah.
Hello?
We're
Matt,
good, Matt. I can hear
fine.
you.
You're
Theo,
good.
can you talk again?
Theo's lagging.
Hello.
You're better now. Thank you. So, what do you do, Theo? Can you repeat yourself?
Oh, I am concerned about the 4 days after our no questions asked mission.
Well, there's 5 days between the no question asked delivery and the celebration.
Yes. before the celebration.
All right. Why?
Because how we act in those 4 days highly depends on whether or not we make the choice to interrupt our delivery to see what's inside of it.
Maybe someone with security can bypass any checks, so they don't know we looked in it. Who knows?
Maybe. Wrap text. There we go. All right. So, is there anything you guys like to do today, or would you like to roll? Would you like some? Would you like me to throw some hooks at you to give you guys some movement?
I would personally like to, I'm not sure if this stands within reason, but to use post-tech in some fashion to create harnesses to carry my equipment around on my bike.
Your bike has like you have your backpack. If you brought it with you, your bike can carry like bikes have like a little bit of storage. What exactly are you trying to put into your bike? Right? It can hold like about a backpack's worth of stuff.
Well, I'm kind of thinking about sort of like, holding my sniper rifle like right next to it. So
No,
under
like
my
you're
leg.
trying to like put to like hold your case.
Not the case, the sniper rifle itself. Because I don't see any reason really to have it hold the case.
Okay.
I can just kind of stack that on the back seat.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can try and roll. Roll. I think intelligence plus post-tech, and see
Excellent.
if you can make something out of that. That will take you like a good first half of the day to figure out. And
Apparently I'm rather new at this.
you are pretty new at this. Do you have post-tech?
I have a 0 in it, yes.
You have post-tech.
Level 1.
I give Theo basic talk on armor and how it can protect you from multitudes of things. Patting the... What? No.
This is our general talk we have later. I'm just letting you know what happens at one point.
Alright,
I
cool.
had inquired
So,
about his mercenary gear.
alright. You do succeed. Like you kind of like you weld on. You weld on like little hooks and whatnot that would fit your. That you think will fit your sniper rifle, and that takes you about like half the day to get it going. Get it done. Sorry. What about Kerr and Casper and Trela?
Personally,
Curse, just gonna follow whatever they do.
well,
He's lost.
after showering, I make my way to the... Triella makes her way to the mess hall and sits down to eat the 10 credits worth of crap that we store on the ship, no doubt. And over breakfast, I inquire with Kerr as to whether he could fashion me a grenade if I provided him with the credits for materials.
I ask him, what do you want this, or her, what do you want this grenade to do exactly?
Ideally, it would explode when the pin is removed after a certain time delay.
Why don't you just buy a grenade?
Well, I could do that, but I figured, seeing as I'm sat here having breakfast with a bomb expert, it might be simpler.
Ah, let's give it a try. Let's see what the benevolent one says.
Benevolent one says.
Is that a thing? Can he do that?
You're not in like you'll need to go and purchase the.
I think it would still cost a grenade's worth of material. Wouldn't it?
It's not even that. Like there's that, and also you're on
Would
a
it
planet.
be easier to just buy a grenade, or
On this planet, they're like you'd have to. You can it's easier to buy them than buy the materials for them, but
Oh.
you have to go through underground criminal channels either way because they're not readily available in
I
stores.
think I'll try.
So we just retconned the bomb that I made earlier with supplies already on hand, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was why I was able to make the one. Okay.
I assumed you're insane and have some materials with you, but not all. So you've
Stone,
consumed.
fertilizer, and
Yeah.
Um,
Your shit
should I make
smells
a
kind of-
culture criminal check for my
Yes.
searching out a black
please.
markets trader?
Yes. Plus
Mhm.
wisdom, I think. Yes.
Wisdom? Are you mad?
What?
Let me see.
Be intelligence. We're not being smart about it.
You're not being smart about it. You're trying to be witty to
Smart.
find
wise.
Isn't that charisma?
wise. Charisma is like how well your personality is, right? So you're not trying to enforce your personality to find a grenade. You're trying to be, you're trying to, you're trying to go through the street and look for things, which is
So street smarts, which is wisdom.
which is wisdom more than
Okay.
intelligence. Yep. All right. So,
You talk to an undercover cop about fine.
so you so you meet so you go through the motions to look for people, and you unfortunately find yourself talking to an undercover cop.
Someone's gonna die today, me or them.
Keep in mind, Kuro would probably follow him
All
in
right.
search of bomb materials as well. But yeah.
But all right, cool. So you see Trailer so the
Talking to this guy with a buzz cut and a handlebar mustache, just obvious cop.
Got a mullet, like undercover, like.
and the guy's like, he's like, he like takes you aside and like, as he's like, yeah, I got grenades. Takes you into like the side.
Grenades aplenty.
Grenades aplenty. Takes you into an alleyway. It's like you're under arrest for looking for contrabands on the planet. Put your hands behind your head. Put your hands on your behind your head.
So let's say I attempted to blow his face off. Would that be initiative?
Yes. Please roll initiative. Oops. It's
Boom.
roll
Quick draw.
D8. Where's my stats? One moment.
He basically can't win unless he has a modifier.
I can roll an 8.
Wait,
Wait,
but
this
then
is
I
what
would
I-
act
yeah,
first anyway.
PC always goes first. So let me double check if I have. And you can miss. It's okay.
He's a seasoned guy. He's got +5.
Superhuman
Kitted with full cyberware.
Bonus, morale 8, skill bonus. This is not a skill bonus. So it's just wow. All right, cool. So you are first.
It's my thermal pistol, I guess, which I reach for.
All right, cool. So make an attack roll. I have an armor class of 7.
Okay. Natural 20.
Wow. All right, you hit. How much health do I have? All right.
0.
Mighty not many. All right, cool. Roll your damage, please. +4. Oh my god. 1. Please
Not
don't
possible,
blow
even.
everyone. All right. What? Oh wow. All right. How much health do I have? Let me. How much health do warriors have? D8.
Yes.
Cool. Let's see. This is how much health I have. All right. Cool. So, as he comes to cuff you, as he comes to cuff you, you like draw your weapon, and he's like, "Holy!" He like swears, screams a bunch of profanity, dropping the cuffs, and goes for his pistol. Before he even draws it out of the holster, like plant. What do you have? Sorry.
This was a... let me get the Thermal pistol, sorry.
Thermal pistol? Alright, cool. So you like plant 2 shots on the center mass. And it drops like a
dead cop.
yeah, it drops like a corpse onto the floor. And then after this, you hear assume I'm in any kind of vehicle that we just
I'm near the group, but not like actively doing anything. I'm just
So,
like
so we're in that stolen Toyota that I have, probably. Recent's happened.
Yeah,
right?
I opened comms with Kerr, I guess, and I'm like, I need a getaway vehicle now!
I immediately just pull up to him and I say, throw the body in the back.
alright. So
if I'm with you guys, like I would be like, I could bring him back and just
I say,
stabilize
Casper,
him. So
shut up.
we don't have a dead cop on our hands. So that's
No,
your
Casper,
guys'
this will work perfectly.
If he's
Just-
stabilized, he might talk one day. I
I-
like this. He's quiet now.
oh lord. Alright, cool.
So can we stealthily put him in the vehicle and stealthily drive away as
Alright.
if nothing happened?
Terrell, make a stealth plus dexterity. I personally think it should be stealth plus strength, but it's fine. Stealth plus dexterity is fine.
Um,
2d6
Okay, yep.
stealth plus dexterity. Boom. Alright, cool. So like so Kerr, who followed you out from the airport, like finds you in the alleyway, backs into the alley and opens the trunk. You throw the body into the trunk and kind of cover up the blood.
I make sure to like take his cuffs, anything he dropped. I just scan the area very quickly.
Okay, cool. So, and you eliminate any immediate evidence of death in the vicinity.
Our
I
arsenal's
don't think I'm
rolling as we
cleaning
kill
up
people.
the.
No, like just anything at a glance.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Well, it's a thermal pistol, right? So it's like a burn. It's not so much a.
Yeah.
there's no
Oh yeah,
blood.
true.
so like there's no blood. So like maybe you find like you push like the garbage can to like cover up the singe in the walls. You like pick up, like you said, you pick up like the cuffs that he dropped, and all that stuff, all that good stuff, and you like dump it in the back of the truck and you close the car, close the trunk and hop into the car. All right. Make a perception check, please.
Or
For me?
Both of you,
Both of
Kerr
us?
and Trail. Yeah.
plus anything or
Wisdom?
Wisdom. Yeah, wisdom.
Okay, so it's +1 for me. 12.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Wow. All right. Nailed it. All right. Cool. So, as you get onto the car and about to drive off, you do see you see a young boy, like kind of that like you see a young boy that may or may not has spotted you.
You're gonna make him kill a
What here?
kid?
I don't know.
Says to Trayla, no witnesses.
Wow. All right.
Just lean out the window
Yeah,
and
he's
start
creative.
massacring everyone.
What is this, GTA?
We'll just load the last fucking
Okay.
save point. We're fine.
The trunk is just a heap of bodies, like hanging out the back.
So this is like you about to get onto the car. You see, like you spot a boy that may, you're not sure if he has seen what
Does he like drop his ice cream, looking astonished or something?
he looks rather afraid. Like maybe it's
I walk up to the boy with the cat toy bomb that I made earlier. It's gonna be terrible.
okay.
And I hand it to the boy. I'm assuming this thing is radio activated, right?
Is it radio activated?
Yes, it's radio activated.
Okay.
And I say, hey,
I'm-
just go home. You'll be
As far as
fine.
I can tell, you're just giving him a toy, right?
Yes.
So-
You guys are terrible. You guys are terrible, terrible people. All right, roll your persuade plus charisma, please, and a -1.
So -1 for
Okay,
persuade.
Curry got that reroll.
I got
Got it.
-2 because I don't have persuade at all.
Yeah.
Should be -2, right? Ah, reroll.
Highly unlikely.
The kid looks at you and like he's like, and
Does he
he
say I don't like cats and just walks away?
no he backs up as you approach. And he's like,
I need an adult.
and he start, and then as you pull out the cat behind to hand it to him, he like runs off. He just like starts to run off.
Okay.
If from in the car, I'm doing like the cutting neck motion, like abort. I'm like, go.
I just scamper back to the car and I just drive away
All right.
towards a river preferably. Yeah.
Into a river.
No,
Maybe
like, native
towards
bio-
maybe like somewhere just not too busy.
Make a navigation plus intelligence, please.
And I call Theo and I ask for a place that's not too busy so I can get a +1 maybe.
Theo, make the roll, please, if you do answer the call.
So I
I just
answer it, and
called-
I ask, what is this about?
We just, just need a place that's not busy, man. The less you know, the better. Trayla did something very dangerous and stupid, which I thought was awesome, but the less you know, the better.
Yeah, you don't want to be involved.
So is he dead or is he dying at this point? Do you just
He's
immediately die?
dead. He's
Okay.
dead. He's at -1.
My only response is keep him in the car, and then I just hang up. Like,
Wow.
keep him in the car.
Should we keep moving, I say?
Theo, he hung up on us.
He hung up on you, yeah. So what are you guys doing?
Theo, are you just
I-
sitting somewhere? Theo?
Yeah.
Sitting on his
no,
bike.
I'm relaxing. That's really all I'm
Okay.
doing.
We're essentially just chilling.
We're
Pretty
driving
nice.
around, though.
I'm
Yeah,
You guys are
using
just
my
like
intrigue.
lounging, and we're just in a total panic after having murdered a police officer. It's such a good polar opposite.
So I want to drive to a parking garage, I guess.
All right, cool. Yeah, you find this parking garage.
Okay.
Like any parking garage.
Something in a shitty area of town that want to have cameras, perhaps. Like a shitty parking garage.
All right, make your navigation plus
So just
intelligence.
-0. So yeah, 2d6 0.
All right, cool.
That's the
So
first one I see because I give up.
like you go around, like you try and like get to a more you get to the more like quiet area of town, but you can't find yourself a parking garage. That's
I thought it was going to be like Fear and Loathing. You can't park here, sir. And it seems like a perfectly reasonable place, just pulled up like on the entranceway to a building.
I'd like to call a roll.
on.
To contrast this scene, I would like to contrast it with I'm looking for various artists to observe.
What?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
It sounded like a
So
just a lounge day.
I'm just trying to use my reroll from the last hour. But this is something that I kind of had planned, just in the
All
story,
right.
was to look for some kind of artist to observe. So if you would allow me.
Sure, I guess. Charisma +1 is just 2d6 plus charisma +1.
You don't want to make a art roll for this?
Or sure, art roll.
I'm looking for good
I
art.
have a, no, what are you trying to look for, Adeline?
Like
It's
art
like-
plays.
Are you-
You know, either exhibitions or musical performances.
Oh, like performing arts or like any sort of like gallery or something? You're looking
Yes.
for? Alright, cool. You find it.
What?
Like,
I want
don't
to find the
really-
good stuff. I want to find the really good stuff.
Alright, sure. Roll.
All right, this is gonna be a
So-
flat 2d6.
So it'll be 2d6 plus wisdom plus your artistry.
Wisdom in art? Oh my lord.
Yes, sir. There is no intelligence in art.
Well, okay. So are you trained in a certain type of art or no?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose my
Uh,
tastes vary from others.
You're looking at a sticker on a lamppost.
This is art.
Speaks to me.
Alright, I'll just say that I did not like what I found.
Yeah. You do not like. It's playing old, really, really old movies, and you do not like the Expendables.
I like old movies. I guess you know what? Now that I think about it, if I were a man super far into the future, I'd have to say there are probably some old movies that I wouldn't like.
Like The Matrix is like, this is so unrealistic.
Yeah, apparently I just, whatever it was, I didn't give it that much thought.
No. All right. Cool. Back to the panic.
Struggling to find
what
a
if
place to park.
So
Okay.
you find like a more quiet area, but it's but you don't find any parking garage, and it's still a rather public area that you guys are in.
Okay. I place the cat
Okay.
just on the dash. Actually, I hand it to Casper and I say, "Hey, just place this in the back."
Casper? You mean Trela?
I'm not
oh,
there. I'm
Casper's
like
in the
I'm saying in
back,
general, but
Oh.
I'm not with you guys right now because.
Oh, okay. Not with us. Okay, then I hand it to Trailer. I say, "Put this in the trunk."
And so you just park on the side and ask Trela to put it in the trunk?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Or
Sure.
on top of the trunk.
on top?
On
Okay.
top?
Just somewhere around the trunk. In the trunk,
I
preferably.
think I throw it next to the corpse.
All right.
And I
Oh.
say, be careful.
I don't throw it. I place it next to the corpse.
Okay.
I forgot
Oh.
my reroll.
Too late now.
Then I asked Trailer just to stand here for a little bit.
Stand and okay. Okay.
And let's drive about 20. I want to drive into like a random alleyway.
Okay. You find a random alleyway.
Okay. And then I walk back towards Trailer.
In
And I
slow
say-
motion.
No, just quickly. And I get up to you and I say, sometimes things just don't work out in life. And then I push a button.
Make a.
I put on a pair of shades at this moment.
Yeah. the
Make
Horatio.
a-
I guess that's what happens when cops collide. Well, that makes no sense.
Wow, that's so bad.
what roll am I making?
Make your intelligence plus your bomb making thing.
Oh, it's a dud. Oh, God.
But I made this one so
Yeah.
silently and
It's true.
perfectly.
It's
So I said the row.
yeah. Roll.
2d6s plus 1. 10.
So
I overmade it. It
Mhm.
explodes everything.
The buildings collapse on either side. We've killed 10 more people.
I wish there was a morality thing in this game. Like what's
Crib's
like
insane, so it's okay.
Yeah, there's no like alignment.
alignment doesn't matter. You can be evil and still be
I'm aligned with the stars.
aligned with the stars. But
As he
the
says it, he pushes the button. Sometimes things just don't work out in life.
some things don't work out in life. Many things don't work out in this situation. Anyways, so yeah, the car. Oh my god.
Well, we wouldn't see the car. You just hear an explosion.
Yeah,
I'm
you
assuming.
see an explosion coming from the alleyway where you parked the car.
Beautiful fireball, I hope.
A pretty big fireball. Like cars parked around you are like the alarms for cars around you are going off. Some like many windows are shattered. In the area.
There's a two grenade power bombs.
Two-
Shattered.
All right, we won't shatter many. I'll shatter some windows. Like
There we go.
some windows are shattered. The car's in ruins. That kind of stuff. Yeah. What do you guys do?
We just start walking. I just start
I
walking.
follow. Trying to look badass next to my bomb technician.
Like, we gotta go find another fucking car now.
Okay. Like so. All
I mean,
right.
it's like nothing ever happened, to be honest with you.
Exactly. Nothing happened at all. All right. Would you? So you hear sirens like from distance coming in already.
Yeah.
And what do you guys do?
I'm gonna stealthily sneak into a building, preferably a parking garage. just stealthily sneak into a building until stuff dies down for a little while.
When you say
Alright.
stealthily, would it not be more advisable to just walk like normal citizens?
Oh, that is true. So yes, I confidently walk into a building.
All right. Roll. Stealth plus I think wisdom.
So
Should I,
As
as
you're
I'm
trying to
following?
blend. Yeah, both of you. As you're trying to
So
like.
it's +1 for me.
Yeah.
No.
You have your reroll. You do have your reroll.
Oh yeah,
It's a new hour.
Top of the hour.
Yes.
No. All
In
right.
fact, my confidence is so good it gives Trailer a +1, doesn't it?
It's fine, but you guys, it's closer to so common wisdom would be either you guys are if you guys trying to hide, either just like actually find a place to hide out, or run like hell, run like you're in a panic away from the scene.
We're gonna do the run like we're panic away from the scene.
Would be advisable as to blend in. All right.
Okay, I'll run like a panic, screaming, "There's bombs! Bombs!
Oh my god.
That's New Samaria!"
Yeah, Trailer, what do you do?
I attempt to feign like I could actually be afraid of an explosion.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Oh no.
So the
Oh, the bomb.
the sociopath attempts to run away in a panic.
Whereas the psychopath just
So the
goes on.
psychopath is panicked. So yeah, alright, so you guys like leave the area, run pretending to be all panicky, and find yourselves quite a ways from the explosion. So let's move on to Casper.
I guess I quickly just open comms with the others and say, "Don't try to buy any grenades."
And I say right after he says that, but I need more supplies.
Good luck to you.
Alright. So yeah, so you guys are successfully away. What about Casper and Theo? What are you guys doing? What are you guys up to?
Just reading up on the any sci-tech advances, or I'm not just heavily invested in anything right now. I'm just waiting for the job, essentially tomorrow. I haven't heard of what's going on.
Maybe you get a space tweet or something from the local news. Who knows?
Yeah, local news tells you there was like about
A bomb next to an orphanage in the North District.
wow.
That'd be terrible.
So
Roll for orphanage.
Actually, can I do a D120 and whatever higher the number, the worse it is. Like the worst it could be. To see how it plays out. Like a 20 would be a hospital with like newborns, and like a 1 would be like a warehouse, abandoned warehouse.
No, we'll make up the details as we go along.
Okay.
Why did we employ this guy?
I would immediately,
I'll be honest, Triala loves him.
I would immediately think that maybe this is something related to what we were supposed to be investigating. But, so I'd bring
So
up,
yeah,
like,
a bomb has gone off. A car bomb has gone off in a relatively quiet area of town. There was a corpse inside, but is currently not identified. The police has not given any other information. Given us any other information as we continue to report live from the scene.
Once
Yeah.
I'm back in like face-to-face communication with the others, not using comms. I say, you don't need to worry about that.
Why? What?
Just don't worry about it. Do as she says. Everything will be fine, okay?
It sounds like something I would try to reach you guys. As soon as you guys are like, don't worry about that. So would you like to make a mental effect save?
I'd love to.
Can I roll
Okay,
it?
let's see
Yeah.
here.
So is this a D20?
D20,
Yeah,
and you
that-
try to roll above your mental effect.
Which is, what do you find that at?
Mine's
Your-
15.
It depends on your class.
So for expert.
So expert is mental is 15.
I don't get any pluses for being
No.
insane though.
No.
I really lack mental fortitude.
All right. So
I'm lagged out, I think. Oh, there it is.
So I say why. So
Over
what comes to
3.
your guys' mind when I say why? I shouldn't be worried about it.
Well, as far as emotions go, I suppose you read nothing from Triala,
Okay, what's
but
your
as far as
surface
surface
thoughts?
thoughts is I murdered a police officer. He disposed of the body with a bomb.
Like, do we need the planet? You guys are ridiculous. I can't leave you anywhere.
He's just euphoric. He's glowing.
I'm going.
I
But no,
extruded something. Yes.
Kill someone important chosen by Trailer. But she already killed him, so it doesn't count. No. No.
Like, do we need to leave the planet? This is gonna be a problem.
This may or may not be a problem. You don't know.
I'm asking my group. I'm
Okay.
not asking you. Get
All
out.
right. All right. I'm out. I'm out. You got me, I'm out.
Says this may or may not be a problem.
You just said nothing.
I just like rub my
I
head.
tell
I'm like,
Casper, I'm like, well, I've done this before, so
technically, you guys didn't
And-
tell me anything. I'm not involved in this. All right.
I just tell him I've done this before on another planet. I think. Have I, GM?
Have you?
We'll see. This is why I'm not on Lodi anymore.
That's why. Oh yeah. All right. Cool. So
It's like,
you're
I've-
like a
I've done this-
fugitive from
I'm
the
not a fugitive. I'm not wanted. I've just done
Okay.
it before.
done it, and you just exiled yourself.
I say
don't wanna be in
he
front.
seems to have a good track record. We should be fine.
I'm like, oh, I said you guys didn't technically tell me anything. I'm just not gonna.
No, I guess the
It's like
fact
you don't know
you
anything.
are
The less
psychic.
you know, the better off you are.
This is like, we can't take you guys anywhere. Like,
Why did we even hire you two?
yeah, like I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
As soon as you actually need someone dead, you'll be loving us.
I don't know.
Well, where should we go from here then? What just
Well,
Well,
I gotta get more supplies.
I'm
I'm
going
not
to
taking
unwind,
for a
to be honest.
all right. This has been a good talk. I'm glad we had this. I just like go back to my room and just
Yep.
close the door.
Yeah, I think Triella searches for some kind of psychedelic substance to just take the edge off the day.
Sure. You already made a roll for it. You know who to contact already. So it is fine. You do have your psychedelics that you have. Please spend.
As I recall, you had bought quite a lot of them.
Oh yeah, you already bought quite a lot of psychedelics.
Oh, I didn't ask you if I actually had managed to secure a stash, or whether it was like a one-time thing.
Well, say you have a
I think
stash.
you have a space stash that you use while you're up there, but
Yeah, I think you have like a space stash.
This pleases me.
All right. We'll say.
I guess for the rest of the day, I'd read those notes from the other day from Roberto.
I would
Alright.
like to iron out one detail and then move
Yep.
on to my next contrast and scenario.
All right.
The detail would be that I had. Could I say that I had spent 9 credits on materials, including like a blanket for my motorcycle?
Like a cover, motorcycle
Yes,
cover.
Sort of like if you had imagined how they used to dress armored horses.
What?
would you like to have like some kind of like a
No, just
Oh,
a,
I think he
just
means
a
one he
decorative
can-
blanket.
Yeah,
like
Okay.
picture like jousters, like
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
horse
yeah.
wears.
with a sniper rifle.
Oh,
Except for the
I would
vibrations would throw off your shots.
the idea here is
highly
to
inaccurate.
hide
Yeah,
the sniper rifle underneath of the blanket.
You want like a mount on the side of your gun, like on. So you
and
can just mount your gun to the side of it and cover it.
Correct.
Okay.
Is that worth
All you
9
would need is
credits?
this cloth just to wrap it up.
sure, we'll give it to you.
Trailer's just meditating aboard the ship.
Roll 2d6 plus artistry plus I think intelligence.
Okay, this is okay. We're continuing to the where I'm trying to find art once again.
No, we're going to the you designing something that doesn't look suspicious, and
Oh.
that can cover your
Tailoring.
yeah. This is your tailoring skill.
Oh right. Okay.
This is how much it clashes with your design of your bike.
I'd say it looks
Alright.
pretty good.
All right. It looks good, and I can drop this down. Bike as a cloak, I guess, is the best for a sniper rifle. 8. So, at a glance, most people will not recognize that you're trying to hide a sniper rifle. Underneath it, if someone's looking exclusively, they probably might be able to tell. So,
Yes, indeed.
you not sure. But anyways, yes. So you have done so. That would take your morning along with you trying to fit the sniper rifle onto your bike. -1 to his bolt cycling from all the accumulated.
Yeah. Every time he tries to load a new round in his chamber, he's basically having to like jam it back.
I don't.
His lint will fuck shit up.
Does it?
Kind of, in huge amounts, not like small amounts.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be as smooth, basically.
All right. Anyways, yes. So anything else? So that's your. This is apparently everyone's morning. Morning activities.
So this
But
is just the morning.
yeah.
Yeah, and I say to Carl, there's
Wait.
plenty of the day left.
Is there anything else would you like to do?
I want to reuse my reroll for the hour. I need to find more materials. Trailer, let's go find more materials again, I say.
Okay, I stand up with pupils the size of black holes, grinning ecstatically, and float alongside you.
Oh Lord! All
Who
right.
wants to roll for this?
You guys need transport for the for transport for the city.
Oh, we're probably just gonna bus it along.
Bus it.
now.
All right. Cool.
Walk around, use the free public transport supplied by the democracy of Bant.
Okay. Sure.
Blend in with the crowds, you know?
All right. The insane and the high are trying to blend in with the crowd. All right. Go ahead. Who would like to search?
What's the roll?
It would be wisdom for street smarts and culture criminal.
Oh gosh. So it's -1 for me, and it's minus.
I could take a look around for you, potentially. I'm a culture criminal.
There you go. I say, oh, that works. That's perfect.
Take a -1 for being under the influence.
Well, you may as well do it yourself. you're an expert as well. I think you
Yeah, but
used
I don't have a
it.
reroll.
Okay.
2d6 -1. Oh, I'm gonna this a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So,
But I do it in a nondescript way, and I say,
all right. We'll do it
Purposes.
purely for scientific purposes.
I'm
You
investigating the reason.
Fireworks for the parade.
All right,
Fireworks
cool.
for the parade.
Let's do it this way. You can you can, well, you have a choice. You can purchase the materials and have questions asked, or you cannot purchase any of the materials and avoid detection.
I have questions asked.
You'll have questions asked and you'll have it. So spend, so like, what are you grabbing materials for?
Another one of the cat bombs, essentially.
All right, cool. So spend another 50.
Only if I could spend more credits for no questions asked.
No.
There's
I
like
guess
a bribe
for this,
section, but I don't know if you can.
There is a bribe section. So
That's okay.
would you like to bribe?
How much is a bribe? Is there a roll for it?
What page is that?
There
Depends
is.
on what it is. There's like a chart for it.
Yeah, there is.
Bribe.
Minor
Yeah, I
minor
see.
crime forgiveness is 50.
Well,
Major
would
crime
this be a
forgiveness is
minor?
500. This one's minor. So if you want to keep your these materials that you're buying kind of hush hush from majority of people, you
I want
may
to buy
spend
twice the
50.
amount of materials. that's
You
going
just
to
stood there
that.
like fireworks whilst sliding him hundreds of credits over the
Actually,
counter.
I'll buy enough for 4, and then that way I have enough in like backup. So it'd be like
All right,
You
cool.
times
So
4,
200, and we'll say,
let's say 100.
yeah, we'll say 100 for the.
So just
crime.
minus 300.
Yes. All right.
That works for me.
Perfect. So, yeah. What about Casper and Theo? What are you guys doing in the afternoon?
Well, this is where I would attempt to search further for my art that would complement my refined sense or my taste in artwork.
Okay. What's with your sudden interest in art?
That's all that I really care to do at the time being. I quite like some of the culture involving this planet.
Alright, cool. Roll for wisdom and artistry. I think it's artist. Alright,
6 mediocre.
yeah, so it's, you find a gallery of art. It's nice. You don't quite understand it, but it's pleasing to the eye.
I would just ask our criminal group to put their viewers out for mind blades. I can't afford one yet, but I'd like to eventually get one if they could.
For what?
Try to, a mind blade?
Oh,
With their yeah. Try to get some kind of contact.
I guess if I receive that over...
Kerr's like, so you can stab me in the brain? No, thank you.
So I'm guessing that's a negative response from Kerr.
For what?
For the Mind Blade idea. As in, are we not helping him find Mind Blades then? I'm looking to you.
We'd have to roll that again. Right. I say,
mean-
you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. In for a Deutschmark, in for a Weichmut. So the German version of that.
Oh.
So I go for a mind blade, perhaps.
Alright, cool. So,
Provide protection.
go ahead and roll Culture Criminal and Wisdom again.
Oh,
Cool. So, you hear that, like, like, there isn't any, there's no Mind Blade immediately available here. They're not common. But there might be some stored on what's it called? Itzar. It's a place where Itzar will be like he's like we have.
Oh, it's close. I messaged that to
Yeah,
Casper.
101. He's like, it's like if there's any in our weapon stash, the criminal tells you that it might be on Itzar where we store our goods that we don't want people finding.
I also asked
Thank you very much.
What's our QP?
Real quick key.
Real quickly. Okay.
I also asked him if he knows anything about any weapons caches coming in the past couple of days. Or
No.
months, rather. Like if he's heard anything in the past couple of months. Like a large weapons cache.
he tells you, he's like, no, nothing's happened. Nothing big. No big deals has been happening as of late. Like the security is pretty tight. The closer we got to this, and it got even tighter as soon as it got closer to the celebrations. He's like, but people have been talking, like New Samara does want to start something. We just don't know, but nothing. That's what that's what I heard anyways. Like if they're but I haven't heard any solid plans from them yet.
Okay. I thank him for his time.
Cool.
And all his materials he sold me.
Yeah. So in the afternoon, if anyone glances at the news, you guys see
Kerr
that,
does because he's curious about his bomb.
yeah. You see that the report on the bombing has come up that the corpse has been identified, and that Officer Hua.
A fine name, Officer Hua.
Officer Hua.
Wow. That actually sounds
Officer,
fun.
Officer. We need a male name, right? I think I said it was a guy.
Yeah. Wah.
Guy.
Wah Murdoch.
Hua. Hua.
More of a last name.
More or less, Officer Hua is
Hua.
Juarez.
Hua. Officer Hua is identified as the deceased. They're looking for anyone who has any information on Officer Hua's death.
I call the contact. I'm like, is there a reward for information regarding?
Is there a contact line? I was going to ask, actually.
Sorry?
Is there a contact line?
Yeah.
I call it.
There was a young boy that.
There's a young boy that I think I saw. I think he went up to the officer, but I don't think he was really a young boy, I think he was actually a midget. A short person.
Are you really doing
guess?
this? No.
No, I'm joking.
Okay, great. Oh,
All right.
That'd be crazy.
Uh,
He's insane. He's not that insane.
not stupid, right?
he's insane. That's
Kerr is like
He's got
brilliantly
14
insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, Officer Hua has been identified. What else? What else are you guys doing, Casper?
That's all. That's fine. I just told you what I was doing. Just wanted them to establish a contact, essentially.
I'm making another cat bomb in my nice relaxed state, since I had to use the other one wastefully.
How are you gonna get? How do you get it past the customs onto your ship?
Oh, this
The
time.
materials or the bombs?
The
material?
materials.
Materials. I said it's just fireworks. We're gonna launch some fireworks out in space next week. It's gonna be fun.
Fireworks.
Like,
You know
don't
how
use-
stupid that sounds, right?
But I say you don't use liquid oxygen to launch fireworks in space.
Alright,
It's
like you
stupid just
never-
rolling a 13 sound.
And no, I say we're gonna have a celebration on Exeter or XX Kia. What is it called?
It's our.
It's our. There we go. 101. The one on the 101.
Alright. Sure. Make a. I think persuade plus charisma is needed,
2d6 minus 1.
Did you mean bribe?
or bribe.
How much would a bribe be?
50.
I just bribe them.
Play it safe.
Minus 50 bribe. What is great though is I can bring it out without it being seen because it looks like a cat toy, right?
Yes, until you start handing out to children getting blown up by these cat toys left. So then I believe these people will be looking out for these cat toys.
And no one
Should've
knows your
put the
MO
child
yet.
there, man.
No one knows the MO yet. Yeah.
This time I make it look like a dog, actually.
Alright.
And then I tease Casper a little bit about it, be like, this dog has a very powerful bite and bark.
That's cute. And I'm like thinking about how I'm gonna knock you unconscious with a mind blade later.
You guys. All right.
Curve at Casper as he's saying all this.
All right. So later that evening, a call comes in. A trailer for you.
Okay, well, yes,
It's from the criminal from the people, the underground people that booked you for the delivery job, the no questions asked delivery job.
I answer.
All right, they're like the recent bombing. The recent bombing has caused even more security to be put on the streets. We can't afford the deal. The deal is off. There is no delivery anymore.
If you say so.
Yeah.
Good, no questions asked. You're getting it now.
No question. And he hangs up, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, I say, I presume I was sitting with Casper again after reconvening, and I just say, deal's off. No convoy.
Alrighty then.
All
I
right.
say, Tim, could we trace back where the phone call came from? Maybe.
I'm sure you could try.
Maybe with a computer skill check and intelligence or something.
Sure. Yeah, exactly that.
Little nipple rubbing too, you know?
No.
I guess I hand my what is it?
Phone, compad,
Compad, yep.
Turns out
Shoot.
it's Theo all along.
the iPad. Sorry, the iPhone.
Okay,
Okay.
so we can
Or-
get the plugs.
Or Samsung Galaxy for those who like Samsung. Or
Moto X.
Personally, I like Compads, so...
I like compads too. But no, so what would be 2D6A?
yeah, intelligence computer.
You said exactly what you said.
So
Yeah,
2D6
exactly what you
plus
said.
1, yeah.
Yeah.
Bam!
Oh wow! So good.
I traced it all.
And trace it all.
And it was Theo all along.
He's like, I'm gonna spout lore and make.
Yeah. Would you like to spout lore and create this criminal, or would you like me to bullshit some stuff?
Oh. If I did, it would have to be like Theo. But no. It'd be whoever's Theo friend was going to be, but I don't remember the name. It was like Horse Longface or something.
Horse wheat.
Oh, horse wheat.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, he's
Mr.
he's Chinese, and so his name is just two characters, horse wheat. He has like
Yeah,
Are you
it's a
okay
literal
with being
translation.
the
He has
mastermind behind
modified
this, bro?
genetics of a horse.
Horse, yeah, and he
He's a long face.
his horse wheat. So
Quite a
his
long
English,
face. He's kind of got like a mullet.
Are you okay with that, though?
He even has horse hoofs.
Yeah,
sounds
but are you okay
sounds like
with
he
him
is.
as well?
sounds like he is. Considering
Okay,
describe
then
it.
it's horse wheat, man.
Horse wheat. All right. So I guess so yeah, you discover that the caller is this horse wheat person. Let me write this down.
Does he get a location with a 13?
Maybe like a GPS coordinate, and it turns out to be the main government's building or something. Who knows? That'd be a
Horse
terrifying
wheat.
deal. That'd be a terrifying deal.
Criminal delivery guy. I guess it's the best description I can get. I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, cool. So you trace back his call. You find out that he's actually calling from around the same area where your bomb went off.
What luck.
And it's probably why the delivery has been canceled.
Okay. I'm assuming that's all I can find out.
That's about all you can find out.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Do you relay this to the rest of the party?
Yes.
You do find out that his the cell phone is the caller is a man named Horse Wheat.
Horse sweet. I relay that to everyone. Does it do any of us know a horse sweet?
God, that's so.
This is terrible translation. He's Chinese, and instead of making up an actual English name and taking Ma as his last name, he decided to directly translate his name to horse wheat.
Horse sweet. Ah, no.
No.
Horse sweet, horse sweet.
It'd be like John Ma, like.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
like
it's the
John
frontier.
Ma or something. Yeah.
So I would tell you about this character, how I
Cool.
know him.
All right. How do you know him?
I suppose I became familiar with him while working for Compass Multistellar,
Okay.
but we had been friends for quite a while, as we had frequently seen each other jumping around the sectors.
All right. Worked on
Just do his hooves get in the way of the assist in his jumping abilities?
I actually know of his family, of which are dead. He's quite a rare kind of person. Not many people think that horses are make that beautiful of people.
Zoolander voice, please.
You've this was it? This is a school for ants. It needs to be at least 100 times bigger.
He's a Hoover model.
Yeah, interesting. Cool. So he works. Does he still work for the Compass Multistellar?
I can never really be sure what that guy's up to.
Alright, worked for Compass Multistellar. Friend of Theodore. Yeah, space traveler. Excellent. Oh, sorry about that.
The fuck was that?
That's my email notification.
That is amazing.
It's a reference. It's a little part in Carnival Phantasm, which is a comedy based off Fate's Day Night and everything else that Type Moon has done, including Tsukihime and the other one that I don't know the English name of. Anyways, anything else you guys would like to do for today? Aside,
Is there any way
Mhm.
to try to find this guy on the space nets to find any more information about him, like who his current employee is? Maybe, I don't know, with his actual phone number hacking to his phone from where I am. I don't know anything.
yeah, sure. You can try and like go on Space LinkedIn or something to try and find out his resume.
Could I do that?
Yeah. Would you like to spout lore, or would you like for me to make stuff up?
You and Theo can make stuff up.
All right, sure. Roll your computer plus intelligence, please. All right, cool. So, yeah, Theo, is there any other detail you'd like to add to for Mr. Horseweet?
Maybe he runs a blog that's kind of anti-Bant or something.
Okay. I see what
Anything.
you're getting at.
I'm just creating an antagonist for you guys.
Well, I don't know. I know him to be a generally reasonable person, really.
All right, cool. So you find out, what else can I say? His resume is it's not very, like, special. When he worked for Compass Multistellar, what did he do? Was he, like, you see him jumping around a lot. Is he, like, a navigator? Is he, like, a ship's crew? Is he a pilot? What does he do?
He has a knack for taking a look at statistical information. I would say his greatest asset is business.
Alright. Business specialist. Alright, cool. So, let's see. Oops, I can't spell. Alright, cool. So, yeah. So Mr. Horse is actually, he's space travels, but he doesn't do, he only does, like, he travels with a crew, so the crew takes him around more than he knows the basics of from his resume. You can tell that he knows the basics of operating inside a spaceship, but like Theo said, his specialty is business. Currently, he's still working for Compass Multistellar, and he does do. And he is there like negotiating terms with potential new buyers or renters like you guys who or lease to own people who want to buy from their company. He is you can see that he has been contacted by the Star Alliance every so often, trying to recruit him away from Compass Multistellar, but otherwise that's the most. That's about it.
Is Theo on the ship right now, or is Theo off still?
I am staying
Running
in a
around.
motel.
You know what? I call Theo and I say, hey, I need you to call a number and convince him that the deal is still going to go on. Perhaps re-roll it if you fell terribly. No. Maybe persuade him with your charismatic
So
self.
I bait the I bite the basic bait of this premise, and I say essentially, oh right, I will give the number a call.
Okay.
All right, cool. So he gives you Mr. Horse's
Mr. Wheats.
Horse, Chinese.
Oh, that's right, because first, last name. Okay.
Last name first, first name
Yep,
last.
yep.
This
Yeah.
isn't really a
So-
number that I'm familiar with. We don't connect on the level of sharing phone numbers.
But
I'll tell you the
Character have
name.
multiple personality disorder.
Which one? Theo?
Yeah.
Well, he
was
got an
Irish
accent.
before, and
I
now
know he's got an
got-
accent also.
So as I'm
Next thing you know,
calling him,
you're
I
transatlantic.
know that I do not recognize this number.
All right. So Mr. Horseweed picks up the phone. And he's like,
I would immediately start as I heard the tone for the phone pickup.
yeah.
I would say, the business is still going on. We can make it safe.
He's like, whom may I ask is speaking, and how did you get this number?
At this point, may I make a roll to recognize that this is horse wheat?
Yes. Make your spacer plus, I think, wisdom. Culture spacer plus wisdom, yeah. Perfect.
Maybe
So,
the fact we have this number will impress him.
yeah, but he's like, you do recognize his voice from a while back.
Then
Yeah,
my mood would immediately change. I would
All right.
suddenly be filled with alacrity.
Uh-huh.
Like, good lord, is that you, horse wheat?
He's like, I'm sorry?
I inform of who is speaking. It's Theodore.
Theo. Oh my god, I haven't heard from you for forever. How have you been? What do you mean the deal is still on?
I'm like, never mind that. I have no idea what those fools are up to.
He's like, it's like the other fools.
Yes, the
what do
group
you
that
what
I'm-
have what trouble have you been brought into this time?
The party that I'm presently accompanying is investigating a report on a potential plan to attack the band at the restoration festival.
Trialer just says, investigating.
But what about that deal thing you were talking about? What is that all about?
I don't give a fucking crap about the deal.
He's
I
like,
just want to meet you for a drink.
it's like, yeah, we haven't seen each other in forever. Wanna hang out, have a drink?
Sure. Got
All
nothing better else to do.
All right. So he gives you an address for like a nice bar, and he's like, "Yeah, meet me here at night, and then we can talk and catch up."
Cool.
Perfect. What about Casper, Kurth, Trela? Do you guys have anything?
Well, I asked him,
Oh.
how did it go after the call? I assume unless someone else
Is
does.
there anything else you'd like to talk about, Theo?
I basically re-informed them. Oh well, that was horse wheat. It's quite a coincidence. I haven't spoken to him in quite some time.
As for the deal,
Oh, I mean, I don't plan for that to. I don't know what. Do you really think that we'll be able to get it through security? I thought that was just a bluff of yours.
wasn't. I don't think it was my idea. God, I hope it wasn't.
Oh, we're not trying to get through security. But you're meeting with him, right? Do we know anything about a meeting? Like, maybe you could get him to meet with you?
Casper is just not following this. Like, I thought this was the guy that we were going to do a job for, and they canceled, and they're calling him back. And now I don't know what's going on.
I'm laughing hysterically at all of this, and then I just very simply announced that I'm having a drink with him later tonight.
I look at Trayla and I say, maybe we could tag along from afar.
You are
And
all
bring
crazy.
Casper with us.
You guys are all crazy. Right?
Get a read on this guy, you know?
Like, I feel like you guys don't like to move the plot forward at all.
I
I'm
mentioned something to Casper about his superfluous use of abilities recently.
Like, don't you talk to me in that tone.
Come on, Casper. Mind read him.
I tell him after that, I'm like, don't worry about me. You know I don't think that MES is an illness.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Honestly, Casper would probably shut himself in the room. Like, my party's acting really weird lately. This
Yeah,
guy
I
can't
think-
choose an accent. I'm not sure what he's going with here.
I'm lost with Theo's
One
accent.
guy's you guys killed cops.
Hey, you know, you don't
Investigating.
You really dislike that?
I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Why you guys are acting so ridiculous lately?
Since
For
this
some
has
reason,
become,
Theo wants to get into art. He's doing a lot of crafts lately. He purchased a motorcycle. It's like a
become
midlife
an
crisis.
aristocrat.
I don't know what's going on. This is very strange, and no one. I feel
No
like
one's
you are all.
making
I
sense
feel
of
like you are all changing your character.
Changing.
Oh,
Not changing. No, you guys are the same.
I've
Theo,
always
I,
been a trained mercenary.
yes, Theo, I just look at in
been an
just utter
insane
disbelief.
All right.
This isn't the Theo that I used to know.
Well, yeah, seeing this has become like a social call, I just kind of back out like, oh, I guess that's just let him do his thing.
All right. Cool. So
So we're
we'll
just-
find out. We'll find out what happens next week at this meeting. Maybe it'll move the plot forward as I plan more things and actually do some homework, as opposed to every time that I've ran this, just come in and bullshit everything that I give you.
I'm a little concerned with the 2 hours we spent investigating fruitlessly.
Yeah. Well, no.
I felt there could have been some kind
There
of
could have been something.
turn
but-
away sooner, or
Yeah,
results.
I think I should have hinted for you guys to turn away sooner.
Definitely.
But
Otherwise, it was like almost half the night
it
spent.
was half the night spent doing a whole lot of nothing.
Yes.
That would be
I
that
tested a bomb. It's
yeah,
okay.
that would be my fault. I'm sorry. I thought I gave some hints, but I think it wasn't strong
That's
enough.
why I was confused. I'm like, well, there were some rumors that something was getting.
Yeah. Like
That's
it's
so-
like
And then I had notes on the employees.
yeah. So maybe I'll do some homework and then I'll tie everything together next week. So yeah, that I'm sorry about that. Wasting quite a lot of time at the airport and being a fruitless day. But otherwise, questions, concerns, headaches, doubts.
Theo, your character's driving me crazy. I say,
Theo, why did you get into art, Theo?
why does your accent change, Theo?
It
Almost
does
in
change
mid-sentence, it goes back
quite a
and
lot.
forth. Like,
See, Kerr has an implied German accent. I'm not going to talk with a German accent.
this is what we're gonna do. We're going to do something. We'll go, I'm not quite sure. Like mid-sentence, like, oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Theo
Well,
can't
I was
Theo
personally,
can't
I had a
hold an
good time.
accent.
even with the whole airport starport investigation.
Yeah. All
We
right.
got a
Getting-
uniform. That was
I'm
fun.
sorry if I don't pick up on these hints.
That's fine.
No, I
still
didn't catch
pretty
a
new
hint
to
at
this.
all. I was all like, well, he gave me like 4 targets. I'm like, I guess maybe it'll be the last guy that has some.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
figured it'd be like
oh.
the third guy or something.
yeah.
Well, yeah, well, if it's going to do that, I assume it's either going to be progressing or
Yeah.
we can summarize if there's multiple people to talk to.
Yeah. I
do
was.
polls and just be like, well, this is information you get from so and so, and
Yeah.
or,
Personally, I
I'll work
enjoy
on
the-
that a little bit.
Opportunity to be in character and stuff. But
Yeah.
I
don't want to
suppose.
hinder anyone's enjoyment.
Well, I just felt fruitless. I just
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Otherwise, I hope everyone had a good time. Aside from that, a little hiccup there.
XP for killing a cop.
No EXP for killing a cop.
You guys are doing some ridiculous things.
Mhm.
Like you guys are you guys are gonna get like busted.
Anything for make sure I don't die from my own bombs.
Did what I had to do.
All right, I'll give you guys. It is experience because experience should not be what's right or wrong. Experience should be just have completed something. So I'll give
We
everyone.
haven't completed anything. What are you talking about?
It's more like you have accomplished the goal of not getting, or at least trying to hide your
Well,
crime.
you know,
Right.
from the
Hide
very
a crime
beginning
for
of the
bigger crime.
Oh,
day,
sorry. No,
was-
you were.
I was gonna consider this a victory as long as I had, you know, I mean, I significantly improved in coolness.
In coolness, yeah. All
That's your
right.
goal.
That is not a goal. But no, I really don't think an award of EXP for that. Like, I'd give you EXP in terms of like mission base. I won't give it per. I don't think so far I've been giving out EXP in terms of mission base and goals. So
Yeah.
otherwise, no, you do not get Kerr, you do not get EXP for surviving from your bombs because you weren't put into danger from your bombs, so you can't
That's fair.
survive
That's fair.
on it. So otherwise, like if it was a dud and you went back and you tried to like set a timer on it and ran away.
That's
maybe-
one to know. What had I wrote on it?
yeah, you roll on it and it worked.
Sorry, it could have been a dud, is what it was.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, that's what I was trying about. Why I had rolled.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Yep. So yeah, have a good day. Have a good week. Good night. And like I said, as always, if you have any questions, concerns, headaches, or doubts, please send me a message over Skype or something, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good night.
Indeed. 10 o'clock.
It was a great session.
Yep. Ciao.
See you next Tuesday.
Farewell.